Ooga, fucking ooga, cunts. This is the fucking Cuntstream, and the three people here have just watched the fucking presidential debates.
Jesus H. Christ, dude.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. So,
my God.
I'll let these cunts introduce themselves. Then we're gonna talk to avoid pouring bleach down our throats, basically.
Oh, I'm doing that anyway. All right, Samaj, why don't you go first, bud?
His will is eternal. Harambe be praised. I need to say a little prayer before we get this stream going. Hey guys, I'm Samaj.
Yeah. And I am the Wrath of Controversy, co-host here at the Cuntstream. And I'm the only American currently on the stream. But amusingly, my Canadian ape friends are almost as concerned about the shit show that we saw tonight as I am. Which
well, I mean,
just
if you
goes
guys
to
break
show
your
how
country,
fucked up American politics are.
If you guys manage to fuck up your country, it's gonna hurt us too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this really is a global kind of thing, especially when you have a country like America that has like nukes and other kinds of mass weapons of sorts. It's rather important that the right person gets the job.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my God.
Unfortunately, this time around, there is no right person, so you guys are fucked.
I think we're going for less wrong at this point.
Yeah, shinier of two turds.
Yeah. You can only polish a turd so long before you realize it's still a fucking turd.
You know, I think the saddest thing about all this, about this whole debate fiasco, if you will, I think of it as a fiasco, is that so many people are coming in and they're voicing their opinion, and that's not really a bad thing, but so much of the media, and I mean like from like the TV channels and cable channels, they're all voting for Hillary, but so much of the other stuff that I would like to be, you know, nonpartisan are kind of voicing their support for Hillary. And one example being is The Simpsons. That fucking breaks my heart to see that. To see The Simpsons.
Oh, The Simpsons
I
picked a
didn't
side?
see that. What are you talking about?
All right. Well, they do. The Simpsons have started doing, ever since this little presidential thing's been going on, The Simpsons have been doing these little short films on like Fox FX, which is their YouTube channel. It pops up on my feed every now and then, and I click it, and they say Trump stuff, and they just portray him as this silly kind of guy. There was one with Homer. He's in the lines, gonna go vote, and some guy's like really interested in Trump, but he's like, well, you have a strange accent, and it turns out, oh, he's Putin, and he's trying to say, oh yeah, you should vote for Trump. He's good. All that stuff. I'm like, holy fuck! And there's
that's not false though. We all know Putin would vote Trump.
Well, yeah, and you know what? I think Trump's right. I think having a better relationship with the only other country capable of wiping out humanity is probably a decent thing.
Maybe play nice with the kids with nukes.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of kids have nukes, if you want to put it that way, but Russia has the most and the most sophisticated nukes, comparable only to the United States as far as the ability to deliver weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, sure enough. I think, well...
I mean, North Korea has nukes, but they're not reliable, and they don't have the reach that either the U.S. or Russia has.
Yeah.
North Korea with nukes. That's more terrifying than Trump with nukes.
They've had nukes longer than you've been alive.
Oh, shit. Who the fuck is keeping Kim Jong whichever's finger off the button?
Mutually assured destruction, mostly.
They can understand that in North Korea?
They're such a small country, we could wipe them out with one missile. Literally their entire population dead in one missile.
Well, not just that. I mean, I've heard it said that it's not beyond understanding that maybe their nukes. Hello, that maybe their nukes are expired, sort of, stop working after a while. They don't really have ways to maintain it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard.
My understanding is their understanding and ability to use nuclear weapons is like 1950s compared to the U.S. or Russia. So, not that their nukes are quote unquote expired, it's that they're less effective. They don't have the delivery systems we do. I mean, the United States, we literally, within 20 minutes of sending out the order, that Hillary said 4, but realistically, I think it's probably more like 20. Within 20 minutes, we could have a missile in the air headed for anywhere in the world. Anywhere. North Korea could probably hit China. I'm confident they could lob one over the border. That's about what that's about their capability. And as much as I don't want China to get blown up, because I don't want anyone to get nuked, I'm a lot more concerned about keeping Russia happy than keeping Kim Jong stupid happy.
Yeah, and really, if anyone has to get nuked, I wouldn't mind China.
What about Canada?
It is fucking cold right now, so
might warm you up a little bit.
Some form of heat, right?
Well, it's only going to get colder, so I mean, like a nuclear winter would be better than the regular winter, I guess.
But isn't there times where a nuclear desert could happen?
Oh,
I mean, we could go into that discussion, but I'd rather discuss the debate for the moment, if that's all right.
I think it really depends on where it's fired and all that stuff. But I don't know.
There's a lot of factors that go into a nuclear winter v nuclear desert. There's numerous factors that weigh in on that, and that's why I don't want to discuss it because I don't have that information right in front of me.
Technically, it could become both because technically a desert is just any place where there's no abundance of life.
Yeah, lack of abundance of life, lack of consistent rainfall, that sort of thing. I know because technically the state I live in is classified as a desert.
Isn't Antarctica considered a desert? It's a frozen desert.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyhow, back to the shit show that was a debate. Am I the only one that noticed, and I know Samaj mentioned it earlier, how Hillary's rhetoric was almost more buzzword than anything else?
Are you talking about the presidential debate today, or?
Yeah, that's the main kind of focus of the stream tonight. Is we wanted to talk about the aftermath of the debate.
I've been at school all day.
Well, she brought up the pay gap. What, 4 times, Samaj?
Oh, I lost track. All I know is that at the start of the debate, it was just buzzword after buzzword after buzzword, and then towards the middle and towards the end, it was more like, she did this thing, and she's like, he did this thing, and
well, the
it,
are probably happy.
It devolved to finger pointing towards like the middle and end of it. Like the first 40, maybe 50 minutes, there was a debate. The rest of it was finger pointing.
It all fell apart with "No, you're the puppet."
Oh yeah, nothing really productive was said past that point.
Yeah.
Did Trump bring up again about wanting Sanders to have been on the stage with him?
Not directly.
Or did that not come up again?
I wouldn't say he directly said that, but I would say that there was kind of some implicit statements to that effect. More so along the lines of he thought Hillary should be in prison.
Well, to be fair, that's not a false statement. She should be.
Yeah.
The moderator at that point came in with, we have a tradition of, the loser and the winner, they handle it gracefully. It's like, that still doesn't mean a criminal shouldn't be put in fucking prison. Yeah. Whether or not we're usually nice to the other guy afterward. If she belongs in prison, she belongs there.
You can be very nice to someone that you're sending to prison still.
Exactly. Shake hands, say good game, pat her on the ass if it's that particular type of game. Prison.
You mean grab her right by the pussy?
Grab her right by the pussy. Trump wouldn't do that.
He's classy.
No, Trump. Come on, he wouldn't do that.
He's all bark and no bite.
Boons in the chat is saying, "I wish we had another JFK," and I can only assume he means that whichever one wins should be shot. With 2 shooters.
I'm not sure I like their VPs any better.
I don't know.
I like
Pence
Pence
is better,
better
than
than Pence. I wouldn't mind. I'm a little disappointed he didn't get nominated, to be honest.
Well, I don't think the VPs are really great choices at all either.
Well, I mean, Tim Kaine definitely would be a very ineffective president. While
Hello.
fuck, we
Hello.
were just saying
Yeah,
his name, Pence would be exactly the opposite direction. He'd be overly strict, almost authoritarian.
I think that no matter which one it is, Trump or Pence, they'd get the least done, and that's better.
Yeah,
They
probably.
fuck the least things up.
I think that Hillary would probably get more done as president than Trump would, but that's not a good thing.
Well, like, yeah, done in what way? I mean, are we talking about getting, like, setting us up for war with Russia, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we went down
Vendetta
Hillary's
idea.
plan. If we went down Hillary's plan of going for a no-fly zone over Syria, was it? Then, yeah, we
Yeah.
would be setting up for Russia.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Hey there. Introduce
Hi.
yourself. Hey.
Oh, I'm Ashlyn. You can call me Snoops if you want. That's been my nickname for like ages, so I go by both.
Good. I was about to call you 420.
Please do. I will respond to that too.
Or it's either that or nigger, but I mean, we'll see.
I'm not
So
offended.
yeah, now we got
Trust me.
We got two cousins of Harambe in here, a hand, and Snoop Dogg.
What up?
Indeed.
Well, no.
And
Snoop
imagine
Dogg's
this dreadlock
Snoop Dogg's
top it all
distant
off.
cousin.
Okay. Well, we're talking about the debate, so.
When
Yeah,
did you get a new avatar, by the way, Schmeckel?
Samaj actually did this up for me to use in the cunt streams.
It's high quality.
Better than the one that you normally use.
Yeah, what can I say? The lesser Simeon does good work.
A compliment from the beta male. Oh, I feel so privileged.
Check your privilege, God.
Give the monkey a typewriter and he'll type Shakespeare eventually.
Eventually.
Jesus Christ, my daughter has this toy where it's got numbers on them, and when you press them, it says the numbers. And for half an hour straight, all I could hear coming out of her room was 6, 6, 6, 6, 6.
Happy Halloween.
My God.
you might want to get a priest in there.
Yeah. That's some spooky stuff.
I thought she was just trying to express her feelings on the debate.
Honestly.
There was a lot of it during the Hillary portions.
Oh my gosh.
No.
I was having too much fun on Snapchat with the debate. There's like this fire filter or whatever, and so I couldn't resist, and so I just put the fire filter on her, and it was just literally her on fire, and I'm like, wow, liar detectors are off the charts.
Well, if I wasn't at school, I would have probably been live streaming the debate.
Yeah, I was wondering why none of you guys were live streaming the debate.
Masked was doing it. I think the rest of us kind of wanted to watch it and then talk about it.
Except I haven't seen any of it, so.
Yeah, we
You
didn't want to
miss
talk over.
much.
Yeah, we didn't want to talk over anyone. Yeah, I think the second debate was a lot more energetic. Trump was just fucking dropping the mic everywhere about how you should be in jail. He was supercharged and all this kind of stuff. It was a much more energetic debate. This one was much more calm. It was cool. It was collected.
Until the end, you said.
Well,
yeah, up until no, you're the puppet.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That was sort of like, yeah, no, you're the puppet. You're the puppet. And like,
I'm proud of the moderator though. He didn't really seem biased to me.
He also seemed really ineffective.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, also, I mean, like at this point, I think that most people know that Hillary is kind of poisonous. because we had the whole.
Kinda. Don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah, well, I mean, she has the WikiLeaks stuff came out. Then there was that documentary videos that were being made that I think Edu was mirroring. I can't remember what they're called. Then there's the Podesta emails or Podesta. I don't know.
Yep.
There was a lot going on. I mean, it seems like if you follow her or you try to be supportive of her at all at this point, it's gonna look bad. And you're right. I think that whoever was bringing it up was right when they said that the only way she's really going to win is if she rigs the election. So yeah,
that would never happen.
I could feel the sarcasm.
He did have a good point, though. He does tend to think every fucking thing is rigged against him if he loses.
Yeah, there's evidence for that one.
Yeah, you're right. That's a Trump thing, and I'm not surprised. That's very much something he would do.
Anybody that's losing that would do that if they're backed into a corner, though. They'd claim stuff.
But to be fair, I mean, I see no sign that he's losing. I see no sign that he's faltering at all with people. I mean, he's just, as far as I can tell, he's getting more and more popular. You can't tell that if you watch the media, but if you go on like everywhere else, he seems like he's.
The media polls all over are saying that Clinton is the front of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, Mom was trying to prove to me that the media wasn't biased towards Hillary. I'm like, Mom, really? When's the last time you've seen more than an hour plus of coverage for Clinton? Like, Trump gets covered 24/7.
There's a site where people bet on political stuff, and it's right most of the time. Right now, it's saying that Trump has a 2% chance to win.
Yeah, and like there's like $1.1 million or something like that. For to all the people that are betting that Hillary will win. I think that's the Irish one. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, it's illegal to do that here in the U.S., so it's something overseas.
Okay. Well, at least somebody's getting a kick out of it.
But those betting polls are normally right. Like, there's a small percent that they are wrong, but I don't know what to think of this one. So
yeah. So how much do you want to bet that Hillary? I know you didn't see the debate there, but Hillary, her eyes were going up and down, left and right. She was going every which way direction. And someone had said on Twitter that the reason why that's happening is because her body wants the seizure, but the drugs are stopping her.
Oh my gosh.
I remember seeing that. I couldn't stop but laugh.
I think she might be epileptic, to be honest.
Did you notice who was right there with her after the debate?
No,
I didn't see that part.
There was a very familiar large black man.
Oh, the handler.
Her okay.
Yeah, you notice he was right there. Like, literally, he was walking up as she went and shook the moderator's hand.
He has to be near her because he is the ME. He's paid to watch over her health.
Yeah, I honestly think if hypothetically she does get elected, she's going to die in office and not by assassination.
And then we get President Tim Kaine.
Oh, kill me.
But, no matter who goes in office, I think there's going to be riots.
Oh, yeah, it's a no-win situation for your country.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's as bad as when the Oakland Raiders go to the Super Bowl. If you ever look at Oakland when they go to the Super Bowl, there will be a riot regardless of the results if they play at the Super Bowl.
True.
You guys riot too much over there. We can't be fucked to start a riot here.
I blame Obama.
We're way too laid back here in Canada.
Yeah, the problem here in the U.S. is that people try to make the argument that free speech means you can do whatever the hell you want to express your opinion, incling violence. Yeah, no one thinks about consequences. I think that's a big.
You are free to say and do what you want. You're not free from the consequences of your choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a really common problem here in the U.S. is that people never think of the consequences. Like, do you really think if all the activists that riot, like all the BLM, Uhuru, whoever the fuck, whenever they have their little riots and shit, not that they're a small thing that should be discounted, you ever...
No, they're trash.
They're terrible. But you ever notice how, they're like, we're trying to make it better for the black community. I was like, okay, the gas station you burned down in Milwaukee was owned by a black man and a man of Middle Eastern descent. So how are you helping the community by destroying that man's business?
He must have been a coon and a sand coon.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was talking to my dad about this because he's not really aware of this side of YouTube or anything like that, this kind of stuff. So I was chatting to him about the Black Lives Matter thing, and he said they would burn down that like those businesses and stuff because they usually they're like manned by foreigners and stuff, and sometimes white people will go down there to invest in the business or something like that. And so they think, oh, well, if we burn down this, then we're hurting the white man's wallet. And I kind of get what he's saying, but at the same time, they're just hive-minded, manged mutts.
Do you know which side your dad is on, whether he's for or against BLM?
He is against modern BLM. He liked BLM.
What's the old BLM?
Are you talking about like Black Panthers, like the original Black Panthers kind of thing?
I think
like he likes the civil rights movement kind of thing.
He was around for some of the what was it? He was around for like the boot end of some of this crap.
Okay, so like kind of like the after the assassination of Malcolm X kind of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like the Black Panthers started while Malcolm X was active, but kind of continued after the fact. So it sounds like, not trying to assume too much here, that you might be talking about that kind of thing, which, I can understand supporting that particular time when there still was legitimate inequality in society. Mm-hmm. That I can understand entirely. Also, if Removehead wants to join the chat, join the stream, I'd be down. He's always really interesting to talk to.
Yeah, he's got the link. He said he might show up later.
Or
something like that.
A big difference between the Black Panthers and Black Lives Matter is they didn't make it as much changing political system from this to that. They just wanted to get more rights. And I didn't agree. I don't agree with the Black Panthers politically, but their civil rights stuff, I would have stood with them, and they focused more on that than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad. Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing.
Oh, okay. But like Dad, he kind of laughs at what Black Lives Matter does now, because he's saying that they call wolf a lot, and they make a scene unnecessary, and it's very unnecessary. They don't wait for the facts, and even when the facts are presented, they riot anyways. They don't care. He told me that there's two kinds of people in the world when it comes to that, and they're on the idiot side of the spectrum and all this stuff. So he supports the saying, but he doesn't support the movement, I guess.
Okay, so he agrees with the sentiment, disagrees with how the movement's...
I think we all agree with these sentiments that, yes, Black Lives do matter, but the movement isn't showing that.
Well, the movement isn't healthy at all. I mean...
No, it's not. It hasn't done anything for our race at all. If anything, it's made it worse. The racial tension has made it worse, and it just automatically gets people to project and think that, oh, well, if this person gets shot, everybody that I know that's black is going to riot.
Honestly, the Black Lives Matter movement is kind of making the racism that's been in the black community more apparent. And we've already known about the racism in the white community and how that's actually been getting better, but now we're seeing the racism on the other side.
Well, I think also if you listen to the rhetoric of Black Lives Matter, it's very old school. Like, you know, when back in like segregation days and all that, it doesn't really seem to resonate with the current year. It sounds like these are people who still think that black people are enslaved. It just doesn't make any real sense.
Or that like Jim Crow laws were still in place. Like they almost argue like Jim Crow and all that shit is still around. There isn't, and they try to pretend that things like affirmative action and stuff like that don't really exist or they don't really work.
Right. We sort of got off topic of the whole presidential debate stuff. I think have we said everything we need to say about that? Where's our moderator? Schmeckel.
I think we could talk for hours about the debate and still come to the same conclusion of
your country is fucked.
Yeah.
I tell you to move to Canada, but as a Canadian, I'm going to tell you, you want to stay right the fuck there.
Yeah, don't come up here.
No,
I don't know. I think if Hillary gets elected, it might almost be better in Canada at some point.
Maybe.
Yeah, I kind of don't want America to end up like Germany. I don't want another Merkel.
Well, that's what I think Canada's going to... I mean, I think that's what Hillary would do, I think, is we'd become Germany too.
Yeah. I mean, here in Canada, it's going to be... we pretty much are like Germany. It's just not as public. I mean, we have like English language classes here for all the migrants that we brought in there. And I think we have less than 10% has come over. I think we brought over like maybe a couple million or something like that. The numbers aren't really exactly accurate, so we can't really say. But we brought in a bunch of them, and they don't have to pay to learn English. Our government's going to train you. We even have like churches who are willing to train them, and they don't show up. And none of them have any jobs. No, they don't care. And they're just here. They're siphoning money off of our taxes and all the benefits and whatnot. I mean, they're leeches on the society.
The only immigrants that we should have over here is those that actually put the effort and money and time into getting over here in the first place, not using government to bring tons of them in.
Yeah. There's a story. This kind of old. I need to find the article again, but there was a Chinese tourist over in Europe that was robbed and had his passports taken and everything like that. Wandering around for help, couldn't speak. I think it was in Germany, so he couldn't speak German or English. He was just speaking Mandarin and stuff. And so he accidentally got lumped in with some of the refugees, and so he was kind of siphoned into the camps. And they gave him spending money. They didn't even like question where he came from or anything like that. And so he was just kind of lumped in with the refugees and such.
He probably had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. He was probably real confused.
He thought he thought the government was just there to help him get home or something.
Oh yeah, for real. It's like the fact that they weren't checking the validity.
They should have been listening to the way he spoke. They should have known he was not a Syrian refugee.
Well, we have to remember.
And he was probably dressed differently.
Well, not only that. I mean, when they brought in all those people, I think if you guys ever watch The Rebel, which is like a Canadian conservative YouTube channel, but they sent a reporter there, Lauren Southern, and she was talking to different people. She went to one of those camps in Germany, I think, or maybe it was in England. And she tried to find Syrian refugees, and she found all kinds of other people. She only found like one Syrian in the whole camp. Everyone else,
I saw that.
And that
was really interesting.
Go watch that.
My church had actually sent missionaries over to Turkey to help out the Syrian refugees, and most of them weren't actually in the refugee camps. They were actually in homes. Like they went to purchase property.
Yeah.
And that's where they were able to find them. They didn't really find... there wasn't as many at at camps and such.
You know what was funny is that when we got our first batch of refugees here, I think about 20% wanted to go back because they said that Canada was too cold. And I'm like, hold on a second. You're fleeing a war. You want to go back to this war place because it's too cold? Well, then how committed were you to being here in the first place?
Yeah, why'd you fucking flee?
Lord.
Yeah.
Hey, Samaj, did you tweet out the stream yet?
No, was I supposed to do
not
that?
Samaj, Schmeckel, sorry.
Okay,
Wrong
thank
person.
God.
Yeah, I
Wrong
did that.
Simeon.
You liked it, remember?
I liked the one that you posted that doesn't have the link in it.
Oh.
I don't see one with the link in it.
All right.
Looks like we got our sponsor talked about in the chat.
Oh my
Tega
God.
Yeah.
Eggs?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, people. I'm lacking. This stream.
Yeah, seriously, that's why you get invited to the cunt streams.
Good. Damn it. This stream brought to you by Tenga Eggs. Tenga Eggs. Go fuck yourself. Which, by the way,
Tenga Eggs, like the American election this year, have the same slogan: "Go fuck yourself."
Can I make that a shirt?
Well, maybe.
I would make that a shirt.
I don't know. Contact. I think it's @GetTenga is their Twitter.
All right.
You
If I was actually serious, I would.
They've actually retweeted a few things I've said. Not even just about Tenga Eggs. It's kind of like y'all stalking me and not going to sponsor me, you cunts.
GG.
Go.
All right, I'll be right back. I got to throw all my chicken bones away.
I love how the thumbnail for the stream is when you were showing the chat. That's fucking awesome. Which is good because I never read the chat because I'm a bastard and I'm always on my phone for these streams.
That was me like 90% of the time. I'm actually on my computer right now because I'm working on my projects because it's overdue and I'm a slacker.
I should be working on another video because I'm probably going to do another video. I don't think I'm going to cover the debate in my next video just so much as I'm going to cover rhetoric, fucking feminist rhetoric working its way into actual politics. Specifically Hillary. Oh my God. She brought up the pay gap like 3 times. It's like, Jesus Christ, woman.
You have access to Google, don't you? Don't you, Hillary?
Well, she told people to Google shit, so I'm assuming she holds herself to the same standard.
Obvious.
Well, to be fair, Barack Obama also has access to Google, and even he can't be bothered to Google it. It's just buzzwords.
Yeah, or the fact that he basically condoned, like he didn't per se condone, but he basically said without using too many words here that he's like the black people have a point kind of thing. I was kind of like, they do, but they're not the point they're trying to make.
Yeah. No, I forgot to keep my filter on whenever that was said, and we were having family dinner and watching the debate. So I said, that doesn't exist. The earning gap does. And my mom like dropped her fork and like looked at me, and I swear I started sweating nervously. It was awful. I swear it's like dodging bullets in my household when it comes to politics.
Yeah, well, black people are used to that, right?
I should have seen that coming. Oh my God. I mean, Trayvon Martin didn't, but...
Oh!
Normally, us gorillas were good at dodging bullets, except for Harambe. That fucker was lazy.
Yeah, Harambe, I taught him everything he knew, and it still wasn't enough. Should have taught him everything.
Because the Matrix didn't choose him. It's okay. It just happens. Well, sometimes you just gotta let him go.
The problem with Harambe is he was trying to spill secrets about Clinton, and that's just a no-go.
The secrets were hidden inside the child.
Duh. Have you seen how many times she promotes children in her debate?
But she never says what she's done for them. You ever notice that?
Oh, the little Syrian boy that was pulled out of the the tragedy of the rubble and stuff like that. Oh yeah, tragic. Huh.
I am back with my Kahlua and cream.
Welcome.
Good call. But oh my god. Okay, and like when she brought up the Syrian kid, I wanted so bad for Trump to say, "What about all the Haitian kids?"
Speaking of Haiti, you guys realize that how much was it she said that the Clinton Foundation had raised for Haiti?
Not enough to beat Jeff Holiday.
Exactly.
Say Jeff Holiday, a YouTube shitlord, has done more for Haiti than Hillary Clinton.
I'm hoping to be on his little like he said he may do a stream jokingly with Shu to defend the weeboos and anime and such. And I was like, can I be on that board? Can I?
Oh, that would be so fun.
Who's for and who's against?
I'm a whore for anime.
Oh, I love anime.
I'm gonna assume Jeff probably does too. So, although Shu as well.
I mean, I'm not.
No, Shu's not a big fan of anime.
Okay, then I'm gonna message her and see if I can get on.
I mean, I'm not gonna like run around the Naruto run and do ninja signs and stuff. Though I have seen that.
I've seen that shit.
We're otakus. We're not weeaboos.
Exactly. A light otaku.
Although to be fair, Naruto fucking sucks.
Yeah. So the Sword Art
Naruto's fucking terrible.
Some of the old stuff is good.
Yeah.
All right. When it comes to Sword Art Online, only watch the first half with the whole. But when it starts to the second half with the fairy stuff, just fucking burn it.
Yeah, screw that. And then Gun Gale. Gun Gale was cool.
Gungrave?
I watched the first episode of the original series, and I didn't watch the second because it was just so fucking stupid.
Good, you didn't make a mistake.
Talk about politics here, people.
Oops.
We've gone on to weeaboos. Fucking Christ.
Well, I brought up Jeff Holiday, so that's my fault. But I just actually tweeted to Jeff, I think you may have done more for Haitian children than Hillary Clinton.
And I just tweeted Jeff Holiday for president.
Although, to be fair, I mean,
I'd vote for that.
Anime has slowly been under attack because Milo and other conservative politicians are blaming anime for the crush of society and all that.
Mm-hmm. And some feminists have been writing some articles and stuff on it how like
the attack on anime is pretty much the same as the attack on video games. It's fucking entertainment. Calm the hell down.
Well, here's part of the problem. Some of these guys, they'll look at the modern day anime, and if you've seen a lot of the modern day anime, it's lots of ecchi, lots of big boob girls, lots of that kind of stuff.
Not always bad.
No, that's not necessarily bad. But here's the thing: Japan has been like seriously hit back in the 80s with their second wave feminism that came from America, and it was hit bad. And if you've looked at their birth rates, it's like they're like they're not having sex.
There's more people dying than being born.
Exactly. But when you look at all that, you look at how many people are having kids and that kind of stuff. In Japan, I mean, most of the time, women will go off and they'll be business women, that kind of stuff. They don't have time for kids. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Their birth rates are so bad that they're trying everything they can to make people have sex. That's why all the anime nowadays is so sexual, because they're trying to get guys to stop whacking off and just go out and fucking do it. And even if you watch some of the modern day, like the hentai, which is the Japanese animated porn, they used to be like promoting condoms and that kind of stuff back in the early 2000s. You can't find a single one.
Now it's just like tentacles.
Yeah, well, you can't find. Yeah, well, that's different. But you can't find a single Japanese animated porn right now that uses condoms. It's like they don't exist anymore.
What
no
are
one
condoms?
uses.
You know a lot on the subject of Japanese animated porn, Samaj.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Well, I can tell you about tentacle porn too if you want.
I'm always down to hear about tentacle porn.
Well, I've been saying, dude.
Let's get Omega in on this shit.
Oh my god.
Moist.
I'm messaging him now.
I hate that.
He's probably asleep.
I can't message him anyway. He has to follow me first. He's got one of those accounts. Okay.
Wrath,
I don't
on the B list.
I'm not on the B list, cunt. You never invited me.
Oh fuck! I'll do that next time I'm on Skype.
There you go.
I'm not even on my fucking computer right now. I couldn't get on Skype if I wanted to. It would close the Hangout.
Okay.
Rip.
Moist.
Stop.
Well, we have to. It's like Beetlejuice. We
That
have to,
made
you know,
me
summon.
moist.
Why do people hate that word so much?
It's just so weird. Like I just hate hearing that word.
There are
Because
certain
some
words
people
that
exaggerate
just like sound really weird,
it. Yep.
especially if you think about it. Another one, not in like a dirty, creepy way, but you ever thought about the word bucket? I know I'm gonna sound stoned as shit right now, but think about it. Bucket, as in like a horse throwing something off, also a pail that contains water. What?
It used to be a show, a UK show on Keeping Up Appearances. This like prudish British woman who always wanted to keep up appearances of looking like a wealthy, well-to-do family or whatever. And their last name was Bucket, and she hated the last name when she took on her husband's name. So she always said Bacure or Bacra. You have to pronounce it this way. And so every time someone comes over, she just practically has a seizure when the delivery guy calls her, "Hello, Mrs. Bucket." Like,
Oh my gosh.
God. The cringe face was huge.
And with a mention of seizures, we can segue back to politics.
What a transition.
Well, yeah, I
God,
mean,
that was just a ginormous circle jerk.
I really feel like Hillary Clinton is not far from being able to shake it like Michael J. Fox. Just saying.
But I don't think she has epilepsy because there's other symptoms that have been going on as well. Like the seizures are probably a symptom of a bigger problem.
I think it might be brain damage. It would explain a lot.
I think someone said that it's she probably has some STDs or something like that that have taken a toll on her that she probably
got
acquired
from
from her
Bill.
husband.
Well, I mean, I could see that being
syphilis.
syphilis. Syphilis does have a strong effect on your brain.
One person said it might be Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh, that would make my day. Is that sick? That would make my day.
A bit.
A bit. Only a little bit.
I'm not sad that that's a sick thing to say. It's hardly the worst thing I've said on a cunt stream.
That's true enough. I mean, I said the end.
So the name of the disease always makes you sad of why it got that name.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Lou Gehrig.
Yeah, rest in peace.
It's sad that people are going to remember his name by the disease.
They won't even remember who it is that the disease was named after a while.
Well,
That's a fucking awesome legacy.
It reminds me of a terrible joke I once heard. So a gentleman sitting in a hospital room just had a bunch of tests done, and the doctor said he's going to go get the test results. And when the doctor comes back in, doctor says, "Dave, got some good news and some really unfortunate news for you. Which would you rather hear first?" He's like, "Well, I've had a really bad week, so I'd like to hear the good news first, if that's okay." And he's like, "Okay, Dave. So here's the good news. You're going to have the most deadly and aggressive disease in the world named after you."
That's bad.
Okay then? I think I know what the bad news is. We lost Ashlyn for a second. Said that she says that her hangout glitched. Oh, there she is.
Oh,
Remove Head says, "Wrath, that joke sucked. A better one is your adult life."
Oh,
Man, I
savage.
Here's one kind of funny thing that I've heard. It's a poem. It was an evening last October when I was about 1/3 sober, and I was taking home my load with manly pride. Then my legs began to stutter, so I lay down in the gutter, and a pig came up and lay down by my side. We sang "All is fair weather," and good fellows get together, when a lady passing by was heard to say, "You can tell the man who boozes by the company that he chooses." And with that, the pig got up and walked away.
Bruh.
So
Oh my god.
That's too classy even for me.
Much
Yeah, I don't
class.
know if I'm supposed to like snap or some shit now.
yeah, it's like I feel like I should just like
snap so we
point.
don't offend anybody.
I feel like I should just be like pointing my pinky, holding my dry martini or some bullshit.
It's an
With
old
that one.
bar joke.
Oh, I don't question that.
So-
It just sounds classy when you say it like that.
It's true.
Should I say it in more of an Irish accent?
No, I think
You're not ruin it.
You need to
I'm not even
freestyle it.
doing I'm not doing an Irish accent anyway.
No, that's a lot closer to Russian.
Yeah.
Ukraine.
But they
Yeah,
I
could
was gonna say, who the fuck invited Badger Putin?
But I do have I do get a bit of an Irish accent at times.
Oh, you do got to do it this way, you little man. Okay, you gotta go around and sound a little more high pitched, a little more energetic, a little more
You
like
sound
that.
like a fucking noof.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, the Newfoundland is an awful lot
Have
like
you
the
ever
Irish.
been to Cork?
Dude, you sound like a goddamn drunk leprechaun.
Oh, thank you so much. It warms my heart every time I hear it, by the way.
AKA all of Newfoundland.
I've never heard an Irishman speak that way. So
Is that what the stream's gone down to, you fucking cunts? We all go around talking like Irishmen? Fucking Christ. Fucking Halloween.
You get like somewhat of a grade A under A feel from that for a second.
Yeah,
Just
just
for
a
a split
little, just a tad bit of grade A, who I've kind of gotten sick of.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where you can
Kinda.
watch a video here and there. The fucking voice gets annoying real quick.
well, we
My
can
opinion,
continue
I like
the
it
we can continue the Celtic talking. So, yeah.
Are we just going to go around making funny voices? I mean, I could try and do my funny voice, but fuck you.
But
No retarded alien voices.
wow, okay. So I just found out my friend is pregnant. Wow. what the heck.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay then.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure
she just sent
several of
me-
my friends are pregnant at the moment.
I have been
She
hearing.
literally just sent me a
pregnancy
picture and
for
she
the
said,
last
"Spot the baby."
year.
Oh God.
Spot the baby? You mean that $400 debt?
400? That's all you think?
400. Yeah,
Well,
really?
for an
400.
abortion in some parts, yeah.
Oh, right there in the States, they
Christ.
won't just do them
Oh,
free.
that got dark in a hurry.
Dude.
Well, she's actually
Um,
going to keep the little... Okay, all right.
Yeah, no, we don't have it for free because while we have it legal, we don't actually want to just randomly kill people.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
No.
Yeah, you basically get a punch card here. After the 10th, you get like a prize or something.
Well, if you can't afford it, I mean, you can always just push her down the stairway.
You know, I tried
Aw.
that. It didn't work. Somehow I still
Oh my
have a
gosh.
kid.
There we go. We're getting to be cunts again.
Yeah,
Yay.
finally, we're not doing poetry and speaking like those fucking Irish fairies.
Or talking
What's wrong
about
with the
weed.
Irish?
Everything
is
is wrong with the
Fucking
Irish.
fairies.
Not wrong with Irish.
They got their asses beat by potatoes, for fuck's sake.
We had a famine. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Didn't My
and
statement
potatoes
stands.
fucking won.
Actually, the potatoes died, and then we
Oh.
died because they died.
Rest in pieces.
Oh.
But we did get some
Wow.
lovely chips out of the deal.
No. According to Francesca, that's made by black people. So
Ashlyn, you're black.
Check.
Can you get Francesca on here?
oh my god.
You know, you could probably get Black Hitler on for us.
we may have set a new record for
Um,
most racist things said on the Cuntstream.
If
Well, you could have asked
Black
much...
Hitler wouldn't make it. Black Hitler wouldn't make it on here because I probably would have tried to strangle him before he did get on here.
Oh,
I'd be
please
I'd be
do.
doing a favor for. I'd be doing a favor for all the civil rights.
And
Founding fathers.
humanity.
Like, MLK, yes. MLK has rolled in his grave so much that he could power the United States for a millennia.
Did you guys ever actually hear why Black Hitler is like this right now? It's kind of a sad story.
No.
I heard it like didn't like he like lose his
His
Friend or-
best friend died, and a lot of things happened from there. He died in police custody, and while in this emotional state, he went to the principal and asked why they didn't announce about his death or give a moment of silence. And they said, we don't give a moment of silence for criminals. And that's pretty bad in the state that he was in.
Wow.
It kind of pushed him.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I can understand him being really upset by that, but there comes
You
a
don't
certain
go to the life
point where
of
the
Black
excuse
Hitler
no longer
because of that.
carries.
Yeah, but still, it's
I mean,
it's still, yeah.
it's sad, and I can understand the trauma. And usually, when people have trauma like that, they get help or they talk about it. They go to a support group like a normal person. They don't
He
just
never
sit there
got any help.
and
When you don't get help, it actually makes things a lot worse. So
Yeah, and I think that's what we're seeing with what he does now.
yeah.
I like Prince of Queens' theory that it's all an act. Apparently, he's
I feel like he's a
trained
girl. I feel like
actor.
he's trans.
He is a trained actor, that is true.
And according to Prince of Queens, who I think is also in something to do with drama, probably. I mean,
Prince of Queen does music.
oh,
And he had
music.
a little bit of theater background.
I love theater.
Yeah, according to him, he's using some fairly basic acting tactics while he's doing all of this.
Yeah, yeah, we had Prince on for a stream, and I've been in a couple of streams with Prince. And yeah, from the sounds of things, it's not there's a pretty good indication that it could all be an act or that he's pulling from stage training.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
could just
yeah.
be pulling from the training to make the videos, but
Yeah, I mean that means, you know, it could be an act. He could just be using the tactics he learned to move an audience, and he does believe it. I mean, I can't really speak to anything that would any strong evidence to suggest either side of that argument.
I mean,
Now,
he could be
I
acting,
think-
but he also couldn't, and so we
Now-
really don't know.
As far as activists go, I think activists that are pretty plainly full of shit. I need a Sarkeesian.
Well, we all know.
I think she's full of shit simply because she's figured out that people will donate lots of money to her, and that's why she does what she does. Is because it's easy money.
There's someone that I had
the one that
on
writes the script, though.
there's someone I
She
had
doesn't
on
like the
the
script.
stream that said over time she does seem to be becoming more of an actual gamer, but I don't know how true that would actually be.
Well,
I think she's just getting better at faking it.
I think I'm not surprised by that because ever since the accusations of her, like taking other people's streams and using them in her videos, she pretty much has to because people are good at picking that out. If one more video came up of her stealing someone else's footage, then she would have been called out on it, and she would have been made to look like even more of a fool than she already does. So I do believe you're correct. She is becoming more of a gamer only because she has to, but that doesn't make her analysis any better. It's
But you
still
know,
bullshit.
I wonder if she is actually
Can you hear me?
playing the games.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I wonder if she has someone that she pays.
Is that
actually
Ron?
playing the games.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
How you
Ron.
doing, buddy?
She does. Her
Sorry,
boyfriend,
we had
Macintosh
to
or
ignore you.
whatever.
Just sort of had the conversation going.
That's cool. I'm used to it. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right, what were you saying, Alison?
Her boyfriend Macintosh or whatever is the one that writes the script and plays the games or whatever. And she's just
He's not even the scriptwriter anymore. The most recent one, he wasn't even credited.
I think they had to distance themselves because they knew full well that you know, the accusations were getting a little too hard on there. So he's
He
doing
might
his own.
still be writing everything, but just they have to pretend he's not.
Maybe that's just somebody trying to tell them that, hey, maybe you should stop entirely.
Maybe you should write your own stuff at least.
I think she has an obligation to put something out because of how much money she's gotten for the purposes of making videos.
And she hasn't fulfilled her
Yeah.
promise at all. She failed at her promise, actually.
Oh yeah, not even close to fulfilled her promise.
Well, no, she sort of has in that she had the goal of making a certain amount of videos. She
Over
she
a
failed.
certain span of
Back to the
time, though.
bathroom and then
Yeah.
play bed. He got trapped in the corner.
Well,
And she didn't make enough videos in the time span that she gave.
No, you're right. In the time span, she totally failed. But she has because recently she's been mass producing a lot more videos, like like the male asses in games opposed to women's asses and all the bullshit.
Oh, that one was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but she's mass producing all these videos now, and that's predominantly because remember she went back to Kickstarter for her new series, which was all about like women in history, that kind of stuff, which she started doing anyways. And
We're getting a buzz from you, RNG.
I'm guessing we are talking about Anita.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, the buzz is gone.
Whenever I'm not talking or if there's noise in my background, I usually hit the mute on my microphone, so I'm not quite sure what you're catching.
Oh, there was some kind of fan.
I've adjusted the hell on my microphone. There is a fan in the background, but this microphone never picks it up because of that.
Did anyone else hear a loud
Yeah.
fan?
Yeah.
I heard a fan or something.
I'm going to mute myself for about 10 seconds. Tell me the fan noise still goes on.
Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone now. It went about the same time you started talking.
Now it's back.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's just not as loud as it was. So.
Yeah, it was louder last time. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time talking about Anita here tonight.
Nobody wants to talk about that nightmare.
Nope.
Unless we're getting sexual, then I could talk all night.
Christ.
No.
Speaking of which, no, we do have to ask Run. Did we ask Run before?
I don't know. Run, have we asked you?
ask him what?
No.
Question.
Anita,
The
or
Cuntstream
Lacey?
question.
You got to bang one.
And who was the other one?
Lacey
Lacey.
Green. You know, the herpaderp.
Depends.
Too
Is
long.
there lots of medication in this or no?
You can, yes.
Then Lisa. All right. Then Lacey. Anita just drives me fucking insane.
Yeah, as long as the end result is you're doing that person.
I think the goal is so long as you can bring in whatever you want, but you have to pick one or the other. For me, it's like I do Lacey, but only with a ball gag on her.
Oh,
I just recently put a video on Lacey.
And
There you go.
Ashlyn already answered it, but in my stream.
Yeah.
She picked Lacey.
She can be attractive.
Well, you
but-
know, it's kind of her videos.
She is the master of
flip-flops
camera
between
angles.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not see the picture of Anita with all the makeup?
Oh my god, that was horrible.
I have
That's-
a huge hard-on for clowns.
I don't know. I call that her makeup culturally appropriating Japanese geisha culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's geisha.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Oh man. Oh man.
Eggs.
Speaking of that, I was on Facebook because who gets on Facebook, and somebody had made a post. One of my friends had made a post talking about creation in costumes, and she was saying, don't dress up as people that have disabilities. So don't be tough from.
So no
Avatar,
Superman.
Airbender. Nope. None of that. And,
The Christopher Reeves jokes.
Never
oh my
get
God.
old.
And so I confronted her on it because I'm not afraid to confront anybody. And said in ours it's just costumes. They're not making fun of you. They're just, if they want to be Sitting Bull, let them be Sitting Bull. Like, and then this random white chick was like, "I'm Native American. That offends me." I'm like, "That's cute. Go away. The adults
No
are
one
talking."
cares.
I'm going out for Halloween in a wheelchair, blackface, and feathers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
You got-
I'm,
you got-
Take out.
I'm
please-
partly Native American and I don't care.
Please film yourself saying I have osteoporosis.
But you gotta, if you want to really offend everyone, you gotta do a retarded voice in a Middle Eastern accent.
Oh, I was just gonna make
No,
hawking
no.
noises, but that's much better.
Well, imagine if
Or
you
you
put
could
really good makeup on your entire skin that looked like black person.
Who was part of the
We
stream
call it
where I
tar.
talked about accidentally shooting myself?
I was, and so was Schmeckle. I think Samaj was also there.
That was an
Maj,
American
do you
stream.
remember anything about a titanium rod and Rath's asshole?
Oh God!
Oh God, what?
Why? Oh, that was a non-stream. That's right.
Oh, was that not a cunt stream?
No,
No,
that
no,
was,
it was-
that was
no.
Little Miss Anonymous stream.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
was a non-stream. Where the fuck is it on? Someone message her.
I did. She's not up to it today. She, despite having the month off, was at work all day.
What?
Wow.
Well, she owns her own business, right? So
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
you gotta suck it up.
Yeah, that was a bad stream. Every time I talked, it wouldn't come out for at least 10 seconds.
No,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was-
a cunt stream. That was the cunt stream where we taught people how to rape.
Oh yeah, the rape stream. I forgot about the
I
rape
can't believe
stream.
You guys are accepting and excusing rape. I'm so offended.
Oh, we weren't accepting and excusing it. We were teaching you how to do it more efficiently.
Oh my god.
Okay, Ashlyn, may I just say you sounded just like this girl I dated in high school when you did that.
Christ. Is that
Like
is
to
that
a T, the
compliment
voice
or-
that caused the breakup.
Yeah, don't worry. She was a 6 out of 10.
Ow.
She was a 6
Look at
until
it.
no. Girl was like an 8 until she opened her mouth, and she immediately dropped to 6. Like I was pretty much dating Anita Sarkeesian without an audience. That's who I was dating.
Oh God. I'm so sorry.
And without the nose.
You should try it with an audience
Well,
sometime.
she definitely
Yeah, she didn't have the Anna Kasparian / Anita Beek.
Was she definitely definitely a feminist or?
I was a feminist back then, dude.
Oh,
Let's hear this story. I didn't know you were a feminist.
Once upon a time, a long time ago,
In a
there was a
fairy tale
young
world
man.
with a wage
with
gap.
brain damage.
There was a young man
With
who
brain damage.
now goes by Wrath, who not brain damage. I don't have brain damage. Jam it. Sorry, had to. It was too easy. But there was a young man who now goes by Wrath, who had an interesting situation that he found himself in.
Is this the
Having
same
almost-
story where you eat people?
We're not covering that story today.
Oh wow, cannibalism.
One day.
One of these days, 10,000 subscribers. I'll tell the cannibalism story at 10,000 when I have 10,000 subscribers on my channel.
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna go make a surplus of fake accounts.
Okay, I think Run is holding us up.
Oh God! Oh look, Jason's here.
No, that's actually the firearm I shot myself with.
Holding it lovingly, pointing directly at Jason.
Hello, Jason.
Watch out, Jason. No hand is safe.
Is our foxy friend there?
I
don't
see him in the
believe-
hangout.
I know, but is he there?
Is he asleep
Has he
again?
ever been all there?
Is that Jason? Are you asleep again?
Well, load. I just came into
Oh, your mic, horrible.
well, shit.
It's the Illuminati trying to contact
He's
us.
robotic.
Yeah, the Illuminati's trying to hack Jason's.
It's robotic and it's quiet.
Oh my God, it's Hillary Clinton.
But yeah, anyway, so the Wrath was a feminist story. I had almost no relationship with my father for a long time, not because my parents split up, but because he worked 70 plus hours a week, and most of his work was traveling because he did home visits as a physical therapist. And I have 3 older sisters and no brothers. And so I basically, during my teenage years, my older sisters are all dating guys and complaining to me about the guys they date and telling me the do's and don'ts of dating and shit like that. And so I developed a very strong sense of misandry, which made my life difficult because I happen to be male.
Did you try to pull the penis off?
No,
Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't hate males. I mean, I didn't hate myself so much as I hated the rest of my gender. And then because I was complaining to someone, one of my female friends, because I had mostly female friends in high school,
Like most feminists.
about yeah, about my frustration about having to hear all this shit all the time. She told me about feminism and how like it was even worse because not only are guys rude and don't call back and all these other shit things that happened, you know, because high school guys. Because my sisters aren't all that much older than me. The oldest is 5 years older. The youngest of my sisters is 2 years older. But that there was like a wage gap and shit like that, and so I got on board. I dyed my hair. I went ape shit.
Oh my gosh!
What color was your hair, Raph?
Which time?
Was it ever blue?
Yes.
I thought
or pink?
So.
Yes.
At
my
least
God.
now you don't
I'm
have
sorry.
it. You can't make the same mistake.
Yeah.
It's true, but I have a
See?
beard, and it's in danger.
We'll see. Feminism is cancer is treatable. And man,
Yeah.
congrats.
Yeah, unfortunately, my
cancer survivor.
hairline didn't get the message in time.
Oh.
Well, I mean, all
yeah.
cancers are treatable, so.
Well, yeah, the hair color thing is a different story.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting and stupid story, to be honest. But so yeah, I was a feminist for a while. I was also doing a lot of drugs towards the later end of the period that I was a feminist. I was a feminist from
that
about.
explains why you're a feminist.
I was a feminist about the same time I started smoking weed at about 16.
Yeah, you can't blame it on the drugs run. I am on a fuckload of drugs right now and not a feminist.
He's on all the drugs. And I was close to being on all the drugs at certain points in that. But by the time I was 19, I had basically just lived enough to that point and saw enough things that I realized that 90% of the feminist rhetoric that I was spouting was bullshit. And that I was basically, like, I literally was the worst version of a cuck white knight. And I kind of had this, awakening to that. And when I say the worst version, I mean the guys who do it to get laid. Because I realized that was the only reason I was still touting is because I was getting laid.
Wait. So you did this until after you were 21 then?
Yeah. I was about 22 when I stopped being a feminist.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and when I was 22, see, the thing is feminism started for me, me being a feminist started about the time I stopped really believing in religion, and I basically just replaced it. I pulled a Shives before Shives did it. The difference is I didn't do YouTube videos because I didn't have the motivation or interest in making YouTube videos at that time, and thank God I didn't. Because Jesus Christ, I would hate for there to be an online record of all the rhetoric I used to spout back then. Holy shit.
All right, guys, he's lying. It's out there somewhere, and we're going to find it.
Yep.
There is actually some evidence of it. I won't tell you the name of her channel, but it is still up. I looked it up the other day.
Oh, really?
Okay, don't tell us the name of the channel, just the name of the video and a link to it.
That's adorable, Schmeckle. I know I've had a bit to drink tonight because I was watching the debate, and you can't survive that debate sober. But I'm not that drunk.
I had my juice boxes. I'm too young to drink.
Oh, I forgot you're just a kiddo.
Yes.
Bunch of children in the stream.
But I mean, it's
yeah.
legal
That's
in
why
Italy.
Minister Orange isn't here.
Wait, do we have another minor in the stream?
Yeah.
I'm not a minor. I'm somewhat legal.
She's just not 21.
We'll just
Yeah.
all right. We can say all the bad words we want to say. We just have to leave all of our personal bedroom stories to ourselves.
Well, no. We just have to leave all of our orange-esque stories out. Holy shit.
So do you guys want to hear when I had to eat my dad?
Oh my god.
What? That came out left.
Guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Yo.
Madonna is at a new tactic trying to get people to...
Oh, dude, I was joking about that earlier today.
Yeah.
What?
Hagvard shared it.
Yeah, Madonna will blow you if you vote for Hillary, which I think is kind of like 2 reasons to not vote for Hillary now.
But even if Hillary
Yeah.
loses, her mouth is going to be busy for a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
no more Madonna music.
Yay! there is a silver lining to this scenario.
Oh my god.
My favorite is all the
who's
celebrities
gonna-
that are going to leave the United States if Trump wins.
Amy
yeah.
Schumer better be the first person over that border.
I don't know.
So-
Lena Dunham
As
is
long as she's not coming
Also-
over our border.
I can't fucking stand Amy Schumer.
Oh, kill me. Amy Schumer is awful. She's not funny. She's just terrible.
She was publicly booed in Tampa.
Oh,
She
yeah.
humiliated
Was that the
Trump
show
supporter.
where like 200 people walked out?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
Oh,
the guy who did the mass shooting at her premiere probably did those people a favor.
Oh, hush. That
you
was
just
low.
went there.
That was low.
And accurate.
Yep. Pretty accurate.
hashtag too real.
I mean, she goes
By the way-
she goes on the news crying about it, but then months later she makes jokes and skits about selling guns. So a bit flip flops.
Well, Amy Schumer is exactly what you don't want as a comedian because she can't take a fucking joke.
She also can't tell them 99.9% of her jokes are all sexual related. I mean,
Well-
a lot of comedians do that, but that's all her material.
We have to remember that if you're going to be a comedian, first of all, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. And if you can't do that, well, then you can't cut it in comedy. And she can't laugh at, like, she tries to laugh at herself, but when other people, like, try to make jokes at her expense, well, she can't be bothered to laugh. She gets offended.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, like the spent the night with Amy Schumer. Bet I'm not the first guy to say that.
Yeah. that
She got so mad about that. I was
She
like,
was
the kid's
raping
like
that
15,
today.
you bitch.
one. I know that.
I'm still
It's
surprised her show's still going.
I was like, a 15-year-old makes a typical 15-year-old joke. Come on.
Well, you have to remember that like they said about the whole media is so liberal and all that kind of stuff. It's the same thing in Hollywood. It's the same thing everywhere else. That's partially why all the actors showed up in that, like, Josh Whedon video about voting, which is supposed to only be about
Gosh,
voting.
I was so angry about that because a lot of my favorite actors and stuff were in there.
Well,
Oh,
she's all
you're
about
telling
this
me-
body positive crap, yet when a magazine put her as a plus size
No, not that
model,
one,
she
like-
got pissed.
Oh, no, I was
my
talking
God.
about, like, the Josh Whedon video, trying to get, like, people to vote, and they got, like, most of the Avengers on there.
Yeah. and
There's a counter
then,
video about that, which is much better.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one.
I
Oh,
put
you
it
know
on
what really
mine.
makes me? You know what really makes me mad?
What's that?
I found out today that Felicia Day is a feminist.
Well,
God damn
come on,
it!
dude.
We can't even keep our redheads.
That's
slowly
slightly old
removing
news, but
people.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, to me, it was new information. But like, she posted a picture of like her friend posted this. Her friend published this feminist book, and she took a picture with it. And shit, I was saying like, "Oh, damn it! I used to like you." Well, there goes half my fat material, you bitch.
I was sad when Emma Watson opened her mouth.
Oh, Emma Watson, I liked you so much better when everything that. Like Emma Watson, I liked her so much better when everything that she said was scripted.
Well,
When Emma Watson opens her mouth, you know what to do.
Well, to be fair, everything she says is still scripted. I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but I liked it a lot better when she was quoting J.K. Rowling.
look, you can tell when she's acting and when she's not. You can tell when she's like so exasperated and like we watched her little speech about the he for she thing. You know that wasn't real, opposed to more relaxed moments when she's talking in front of like.
Well, I mean, speeches you do write out a script and learn it. So.
Yes.
Oh yeah, unless you're Donald Trump.
Have to finish my
Right.
speech.
Well, Raph, all you have to do is swap her over for Faye Reagan.
Bro, bought it.
and boom, clean.
Dude,
I think-
Robo Jason.
Clinton.
I love you, bro, but you gotta do something about the Robo Jason.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
You chased him off, cunt.
Yet again.
Dude, I chase everyone off. You know how it works.
So here's a question on topic of scripting. How many of you script your videos?
I've only done it a few times when I've had a shitload to say and I didn't want to go off topic.
Mine are about 50-50. Between like most of my thoughts and responses are scripted, but I ad lib on top of the scripting. Like I basically add to it ad lib.
So you don't just read verbatim. You say there's something to say, and you kind of add your own shit as you go through it.
My very first video is verbatim scripting. The rest of mine are not.
Sucked.
I go completely 100% winging it.
Yeah,
I don't
same.
have any videos out, so
Well, you
You
should.
said you're gonna work on doing that, aren't you?
yeah, I am. Slowly.
Didn't
but
I?
surely.
Wasn't I the first one to sub to your channel?
I think.
It's like,
check.
Ashlyn, you should. I mean, if a drunken sailor like me can get 40 subs, you'll do all right.
Yeah,
I'm at
haven't been
120.
doing it. I haven't been sober in months.
I've kind of settled on my username as being Data Press Black Chick.
You might want to raise your volume on your mic because you sound like a whisper.
Oh. Let's see. Volume on my mic. I'm just using
Or get closer to your
headphones.
mic.
She has to keep her voice down so she doesn't piss off the gangsters in the alley over.
You know, I don't
Yeah.
think
I live in a white
I
neighborhood.
don't think there's anyone actually watching the stream now.
So what? Not them anyway.
They can
Yeah,
see
it's like because that's the first time that's happened on a cunt stream.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, they can see it in the morning. It's all good.
It's all right. We actually we had one that has like fucking 35 views or something like that.
Yeah,
And-
so that was like your second
Well, it
one.
shows there's two watching, but it's probably us.
Last night in a stream that I was doing with Ashlyn, we found an article about a. Well, you remember the naked Trump statue that was put up in New York?
Oh
Yeah.
god, I got into a huge fight with someone over that.
No, someone put up a naked Clinton.
Oh
That was
god.
disturbing as hell.
It was by the same artist.
No, it was a different artist.
Oh,
He
it
did-
was.
It was the
Yeah.
same exact style and everything. I thought it was the same.
No, I mean that was the point. The guy was trying to emulate the style of the last statue, but it was a different artist. And the main
I could have
difference being
swore the article was saying it was the same.
no, similar. I think that's what they were trying to say, similar in style, but it was different in that Trump was just sort of standing there, and this one with Hillary had her arms out and had like a businessman suckling on her tit, and she had like goat feet.
Huh.
She was standing
Oh,
on
Jesus.
a pile of emails and lies and all that kind of stuff. So
Oh nice.
Yeah. I will forever praise that artist.
And
That's
they
pretty
didn't
awesome.
even get to actually put it up before people got angry.
Particularly this one woman that sat on it.
Oh, of
Remember,
course.
it's the Trump supporters that are evil.
Oh my gosh, no. I don't care like what you are politically, but if you sit on my artwork and you can't draw worth a darn and you start ridiculing me for my artwork, there's going to be a fight.
Well, did anybody see that Joey Salad's social experiment?
Oh my god. Why would you mention the Antichrist here? Let me just go
who's
Wait,
this?
what was this?
He faked a social experiment. Obviously, he had a car with Trump stickers, Trump this, everything on it, and parked in a black neighborhood. And then suddenly, a bunch of black people basically beat the shit out of this car. And it comes to find out that they were all actors. It comes to find out they were all actors because somebody recorded prior to the actual experiment.
So he pulled
What the
kids
hell?
out.
Okay,
He's
best
making
part
us
is
bad.
it
Robo.
actually made the front page feel Drudge.
Listen, RoboCop, knock it off.
Be right back.
It's
Again.
the same thing he did with the All Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter posters.
It's
In a
biased
previous
bullshit because
circle.
it's all paid actors or people who.
Exactly. He's been exposed for all this. I don't know why people believe this stuff, but still, like the people that do believe this stuff, it makes it.
So it's
Well,
going
the
out of
same
way to make
reason-
black people violent.
The same reason people believe Hillary's rhetoric. People are
Because they-
dumb.
Because they don't want to die.
Well, people are dumb and will believe the first
Sorry,
shit
my
they
mom's
hear
here.
from the mainstream media.
Oh, did you guys ever see Jeff Dunham's bit about Hillary Clinton?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
why
yeah,
they
but
don't make jokes about him?
Here, I can bring it up.
Yeah, the whole skit was why we don't make jokes about Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, has people here haven't seen it, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Jeff Dunham is
microphone. I'm not going to be able to talk for a bit
here.
while this is playing, but here we go.
Am I the only one with a mic that I can actually let people listen and I can listen at the same time?
Possibly.
In the last few months, we have poked fun at Donald Trump. And in the comment section, many of you have asked, why? 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 Why don't we make fun of Hillary Clinton? Good question. Shh. Damn it! I had lips I could go. Shh. No. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not afraid to say it. I am not afraid. I'm not afraid. I am terrified. What the hell? Hey, where'd all my emails go?
Yeah.
For Trump. Hillary. Oh, still sick, huh? She not only deletes it, she deletes. There you go. Make fun of Hillary Clinton is. Oh, thanks. It's not even my birthday. Oh, you.
That's awesome. Got her.
Bruh, he's gonna be coming to my to like Pensacola. I'm totally gonna go get some tickets to see him.
Oh, I saw him at the Tacoma Dome. It was amazing.
I've never seen him live. I've wanted to, but I've never seen him live.
He was even at the Puyallup Fair one year, and I could only hear bits of it because I didn't have money to get in.
Huh.
So I was standing outside trying to hear.
That's unfortunate.
I'm gonna give this.
Yeah, and the staff don't like when you do that. So
I have to give Jeff Dunham there a subscribe because that was fantastic. And a like.
I think he is actually going to be voting Trump. I'm not sure. He's never actually said who.
I suspect that he'll probably vote Trump because, I mean, from his previous material and if you watch some of his interviews, it seems like he does pay pretty close attention to what's going on.
Yeah, and I mean, he definitely has made. He definitely makes fun of Trump, but.
Well, yeah, I mean, Trump is an easy lolcow right now. And, I mean, part of the reason I don't make fun of Trump is because literally the entire mainstream media is doing that. So I just kind of feel like it's...
Beating a dead horse?
It's a stale meme.
Yeah, it's old hat at this point. And that, you know, I feel like, not that I'm breaking new ground by attacking Hillary, but that I'm speaking to the people who are really paying attention rather than, not to sound condescending, but the people who are just watching insert news network here.
Mm-hmm.
There was a certain show that Clinton was on. I'm not sure if it was scripted or not. Some people said it was, some people said it wasn't, but it started out where the host was trying to scare her, then the secret agent came over and all that stuff and knocked him down.
So who wants to see a tiny lady gun?
A what?
Are you gonna whip your dick out?
Oh my god.
It's a burst.
Oh, Jason, you're finally not Robo Jason.
Oh, damn it.
Anybody want to see it?
Finally not.
And go to bed.
Finally not Robo.
Anybody want to see it?
Let's see the tiny lady gun, Ron.
Yeah, whip it out.
Yep.
Hey, Jason, are you a fox or a cat?
Cat.
Ah.
Pussy.
That's a nice
Oh,
gun.
that's such an adorable gun.
That's a nice gun.
Oh, it's actually got a built-in laser sight.
Oh, right.
Nice. It's just like, it looks like it'd be too small for my hand.
Well,
That's
you
the
think
perfect
so,
size
but
for
it
me.
And
actually
Raph
fits
has
me
some
just fine.
Trump-sized hands for reference.
But
Is
it's
it
got
like
built-in
built
laser
to,
sight.
is it like built better for a woman's hand or something?
Yeah, most women who have smaller handguns have this. Matter of fact, it comes in pink.
How's the kick?
That would definitely that's the perfect size for me if I ever
Is
decide.
You say, is that a 9mm? I take it.
It's a 380.
Okay.
Yeah, my
I don't
my
know
favorite
gun
guns
talk.
are revolvers. So
I'm not a revolver person in any way.
I like
Ron,
revolvers for their reliability, but I don't like the round capacity.
well, I have a speed reloader for it.
I don't
Yeah.
own any guns.
Well, one of my guns have a 19 round capacity hold, so a 19 round magazine.
Oh, did anyone ever see the 3-barrel revolver?
Are you talking about the bullet storm? Oh, 3-barrel revolver? No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, there's a 3-barrel revolver, and then there's a revolver that has this huge barrel.
See, the only revolver I would consider would be either a J-frame or a Chiappa Rhino, because my
Yankee
understanding
Marshall lives by those guns.
My understanding is the Rhino is like the flattest recoil of any handgun to market right now.
Well, I live here in socialist Canada. As a result, I have no idea how to get my hands on a gun.
Here's a 3-barrel revolver.
You could
What
go on
the
the deep
shit?
web. I don't suggest that. I don't condone.
Oh, it's
the deep
simple.
web.
Just steal a gun.
What in the actual
Oh,
fuck?
This looks. I don't
Disturbing.
think
Ugly sex toy.
I don't think this is functional. I think that's a toy gun or something.
No, I don't suspect that's functional.
I'm getting the.
But this, so
from that.
That's just unnecessary.
Yeah.
it's still
Cool,
pretty awesome.
necessary.
Still pretty
But
awesome.
still
I would shoot
people.
it.
I think I would shoot just to say I shot it. I would never own it.
That's just an anxiety attack for me.
Well, the gun I just showed actually has a locking mechanism on it, so you can't actually hit the slide, pull the trigger, nothing. It's completely frozen until you unlock it.
Oh, see, I was gonna ask if you could clean one of your guns on stream, because I mean, if you screw up again, instant views.
Yeah, I say it was like we could all hit like 100,000 subs within a few weeks.
Well, I can actually show you the process I did of accidentally shooting myself without the accidental shooting myself part.
Oh,
So you're gonna
You
purposely
shot
shoot
yourself?
No, I can just show what led up to it if you want to see it.
Oh,
Yeah, my grandpa accidentally got his gun discharged and shot into the bed.
Mine went into a printer.
Well, you
through your
need to
hand.
mention where it went through first.
Now I'll put the video up and show you where it went through and everything. Hold on one second.
Go ahead and throw up the image too. I don't think it's bad enough to count as gore.
You have the images. You can throw it up anytime you want.
Oh fuck, I do, don't I?
But I'm gonna
Yeah,
show
that's
I'm
how
gonna
we
show
got
you,
them.
I'm gonna show you what led to my issue. Ready?
okay.
How exactly? Okay. All right. Here goes. Okay. First thing I did was I went to make sure it was empty, and ignore the bullet there because I was extremely tired. But there's nothing actually in the chamber.
Right.
The chamber itself is actually empty. So I slid forward, but because the magazine was in it, that chambered around.
Oh.
So, in order to take this part about, you have to go here. Just see this right here?
Yeah.
It's the same on both sides. You have to pull down both,
Be careful.
and then you push forward. But since the trigger is engaged, it will not go forward. So in order to change that, you have to pull the trigger to release it. And my hand was in front when I did that.
Oh,
So it fired the bolt that got chambered.
do you
So
have
I was like this.
you have a scar to show?
I'm not sure how well you can be able to see the difference is here in both hands. Here's my hand that's doesn't have a scar. That's
Pretty standard hand.
Yeah.
If you look close enough, you can see that there's a difference in.
Oh, I can see it's like a little dimple.
Yeah, there's like a little dimple towards the center.
It split the line basically.
Yeah.
And then
That looks
you
like a dimple
have
with something coming out of it or something.
And then you have that.
Oh shit! You can see it there.
That's the exit wound.
Ew.
But this whole thing here was them cutting it open, removing the fragment of bone, and putting in a tiny titanium rod. And for 6 months, my hand was stuck like this. I could not open any further. And then one day, suddenly, I was able to do that. But I can't flip people off properly.
well, I'm glad it wasn't like a fatal shot or anything. That would have been really unfortunate.
Well, every time somebody says that, I argue it's like I wasn't pointing the gun anywhere fatal. I may have been stupid at the time, but not that stupid. But that's all on that.
Yeah, if I can find it, I'll send Schmeckel my X-ray picture of when I broke my leg, just because titanium rods.
Well, Schmeckel has the X-ray pictures, and he's got what my hand looked like when it had just started healing. So he's got all the imagery.
Yeah, dig those up now.
Like battle scars.
See, there's the vampire bite. It's not really a vampire bite. We jokingly call it that. A dog bit me on my calf, and it looked like a vampire bite.
It's a good thing you cleared that up. I thought you'd been bit by a real vampire.
No, vampires.
We were about to fear for our lives.
And the worst part, it was a full metal jacket.
We have Nosferatu in this room.
And the lives of the people in the good town of Salem's Lot.
Oh my god.
Not sure if that was an Eminem reference or what.
It was a Stephen King reference.
Well, I do actually have recorded videos of step by step on what I did, but unfortunately, it was before I learned how to really do good videos, so they're really shitty quality.
Oh, ow.
See how my hands are all bent?
Mm-hmm.
That I couldn't straighten them. I couldn't straighten them because the nerve I hit got them stuck like that. The doctor said, well, you have to forcefully open them to get them back, which caused massive amounts of fucking pain.
I could imagine.
I can imagine.
And put it this way, the way they were, I could grab a can of soda without actually having to grab it.
Nice.
I mean that.
So you just kind of move your hand over it.
Wow.
Well, after a while, I woke up one day and noticed that all my fingers had straightened out. So I was like, okay.
All right.
Balls. It's not letting me save the picture for reasons.
Screenshot.
No, because I can't scroll to where you can't see my real name.
So,
Because
okay.
I don't have the Facebook app.
So showing the pictures of the bullet shots, does that count as gore?
Nope.
I don't think that.
No.
I don't think so. I think we'll be okay.
If it does, we'll all just be kicked off of YouTube.
You can't see the inside of my hand, so...
Well, actually, I think it's going to only be the person that's running the stream that will be kicked off.
That's all right. This isn't even my real channel.
Is it connected to your real channel?
Oh, fuck.
That's why the
And
Fisty
you're
line
fucked.
is on its own email address and has its own account.
You tried. Jesus.
I don't think we're going to get in any trouble for that, considering we did teach Run how to rape.
We did.
That was a thing that happened on a cunt stream.
You can
When
do
did this
that, you can
happen?
do it.
So,
Well,
Schmeckel,
I'm married,
I just-
so that just doesn't happen.
So, Schmeckel, I just DM'd you the picture of my X-ray of my leg.
All right. Is this at all gory? No.
It's an X-ray.
It's not.
X-rays aren't that bad. Schmeckel has my X-rays, and they look normal.
Oh, normal ain't the word for this.
Oh, no.
They're X-rays.
You
How could
possibly
they-
done to break your leg.
Do they look like Kick-Ass's x-rays?
Not quite, because this is the pre-op X-ray, not the one after they put the titanium in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the hospital finally stopped sending me bills for my titanium rod. I guess they figured I was never going to pay it.
That's my
Ow.
left femur.
Yeah, it looks broken.
Is a little bit broken.
just
it's fine. Just walk it off.
A little bit broken. My arm has a permanent 1-inch break in it because when the bullet hit it, it shattered roughly about an inch of it.
That middle section, well, the larger middle section, because there's two pieces in the middle, and there's the top and bottom of the actual bone. The larger middle piece was just shy of 3 inches long.
Dang.
Yeah,
it's a multiple spiral fracture is what it is. So the short version is I was snowmobiling, went off a jump, about an 8-foot high jump, about 60-ish miles an hour. Now the snowmobile that I had rented was very, very back heavy, as cheap snowmobiles tend to be. So it tilted back, and I guess I went off on an angle because it kind of turned to one side a little bit. When I came down, I slammed down and bounced off so hard that I got launched off the snowmobile to the side about 10 feet. My left leg goes into the snow for whatever reason. I was semi-conscious because I hit my head really hard on the handlebars. I had a helmet on, thankfully, but I was semi-conscious when it all happened because I'd hit my head so hard. My leg goes into the snow just above my knee, and I twisted because I was still moving so fast.
Ow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Needless to say, not a good day.
Yeah.
No.
Tyler Preston just tweeted that another person had been flagged by Lacey Green.
Oh, good.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I hope it's me.
Ooh,
better
easy
not be
material.
Oh, I hope
Hey,
it's
if
me.
it's you, you're suddenly huge. Look what happened to roaming.
Oh, bring it.
From 10K to like 50.
Oh,
Bring it,
wasn't me.
Lacey. Flag me,
Wasn't me.
bitch.
Flag
Let's play.
me, Lacey.
I'm trying to.
It could very well be us. We do have a habit of asking a certain question.
I'm apparently too small of a channel for her to care about.
I don't have one yet, but
I think
her.
Lacey would be butthurt over Ashlyn here with her no videos and what, like 4 or 5 subscribers. Is she still saying something rude about Lacey?
Well, I only have 120, so I'm pretty sure I'm safe.
Fuck, you're the largest one here. If anyone's at risk, it's you.
Yeah, you are the biggest.
Jason is.
Wow,
Yeah,
I'm the biggest YouTuber here? Oh my god.
Yeah, I have 79.
Oh, fuck. I thought you were bigger than me.
No, I was bigger than you, and then you passed me.
He admits he's not bigger than you.
Yeah,
Lacey's probably bigger than me in a different way. Fat bitch.
I'm 88.
Did you see Thunderfoot's video on her and her little fucking camera angle?
Oh, Keyzoom followed me.
Oh yeah, the camera angle shenanigans. Yeah.
This is what she has to do to get that camera angle. Be a fucking contortionist.
Oh, is Tyler voting for Trump?
I guess
By
it
his
is.
hat, I'm guessing so.
Yeah.
Which doesn't surprise me at all. What actually surprises me is that Jacqueline Glenn is voting for Hillary.
Just lost all faith in her.
I lost faith in her when she was caught plagiarizing.
Jacqueline Glenn, yeah.
I saw the video of him talking and her regurgitating the same fucking thing. Well, he said it better, so I took my video down. No, you fucked up.
You got caught plagiarizing is why you took it down, you dumb cunt.
Gotcha.
Jeez, I would probably stop following her if she didn't randomly post her Instagram pictures because she is fine. I'm sorry, she's gorgeous.
Well,
So I
didn't
don't
you do
know
like
who Josh-
Yeah, she is great in that stick figure look.
So I don't actually know who Joshua Powell is. He's the one that Lacey put the copyright claim on.
Oh, okay, that's who it was.
I'm not familiar with Joshua Powell, no.
Well, I think he's a black guy.
You should see the thumbnail I
He's a
used on
racist
her.
now.
Oh, he's a black guy. Oh my gosh, you know what
Yep,
that
he's
means?
definitely a black guy.
You know what that means? It's time to rally.
She needs
Black
to check her
Lives
white
Matter.
privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with my Lazy Green video, I put
she's
a whole bunch of tiny ass little
oppressing.
thumbnails and then one big one in the middle.
She's oppressing my brethren. How dare she? I'm offended.
And she's sucking on a pacifier.
Oh, and this time, Joshua only put a video with Lacey on thumbnail out a week ago.
Wow. Wow.
No other video has Lacey in the thumbnail. It looks like.
What is she trying to get at?
She's trying to go full Shives.
But then again, 6
too
days ago,
long.
he did put one with her face, but that was saying that she put a copyright claim on him.
Oh, that reminds me. Blocked by Steve Stives. Or was it
Yeah.
hashtag blocked by Steve Stives?
Welcome to the club.
Blocked by him.
The only person I ever saw who wasn't blocked by Steve Shives was
Liz
my mother.
Reptile. And Liz Reptile
My-
because she blocked him first.
My other Twitter isn't blocked by him.
I just
But-
think
but
of
my main is
when you said that, I just thought of Crowden T and his video of his response to this one guy. Nah, 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 nah. I blocked you first.
I just want to know who did I follow that caused him to block me because I want to thank that person.
Alright.
Well, if you follow
No,
me, you might be blocked by him at this point.
But you know,
Armor
I even
Skeptic, Shoe on Head, Sarna.
I even asked Christiosity about Steve Shives and what she thought of the whole blocking stuff, and she's against it too.
Yeah, see, I'm one of the few that actually got blocked on my own merit. It was shortly after my response to the questions for anti-SJWs.
That's when I noticed I
Same
was
here, but I still don't get why, because I wasn't even rude to him at all.
See, I got blocked my
PewDiePie.
first day on Twitter.
Wow.
Maybe it was because my answer to him had to do with Christina Hoff Summers.
Well,
Maybe.
I did kind of ask for it. I literally, the first two people I followed on Twitter was in this order, Steve Shives and Armored Skeptic. And then my very first tweet was block race. First one to block me gets to keep their echo chamber, and I tagged both of them.
And I'm guessing Armored Skeptic still hasn't blocked you.
Well,
No, Skeptic doesn't block me.
I was part of the collaboration with Liz Reptile on their whole collaboration, and after I finished, I just happened to check and wow, I was blocked. Okay.
Yeah, no, I actually had a chance to tag him in something. I got to see his page without it showing up as blocked. About 10 minutes after I tagged him, I was blocked.
I've got 5
His
different
Twitter is
channels. I can always
cancer.
see him.
That like his Twitter feed is just awful.
Who, Shives?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's
Have you
because
seen his
wife
YouTube
has his
videos?
balls
Oh
in
my
the closet.
god.
No,
By the
I
way,
didn't.
Did any of you guys see what happened to Dean Esme?
No, what the
No.
fuck happened to Dean Esmond?
Let me show you what the account is now.
Okay.
Oh dear. Were they hacked?
I think so.
Oh man.
Queen of all evil.
Oh, that person.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh my god.
That makes
Yeah.
me so happy. You have no idea.
Queen has hacked Dean.
Like, my dick is smiling right now. That's how happy I am.
No, I didn't want to hear
Are you
about
sure
Raph's
it's not
dick.
for that clearly 16-year-old girl, Wrath?
I did not
Come
want to hear
on,
about
man.
Raph's dick.
I'm not panda bearing. That's Samaj who does that bit.
What?
The panda bearing voice.
Oh. I still don't know anything about Panda Bearing. I know nothing about him.
You still do the voice like perfectly.
Okay.
And now for self promo.
Remember when we were playing Quiplash and you did the panda bearing voice and it was like fucking perfect?
I
don't think that was Samaj.
Who
Probably
was
not.
that if it was? Who? I could have sworn it was Samaj.
It might have been Sith.
It could have been Sith. I don't know.
No, I think
All I
since
know
he's
is-
gone. We were already making fun of his parents at that point.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. It couldn't have been Sith.
When are we gonna have Sith on?
Oops.
We need to get Sith on here, but the thing is we always do this pretty late, and he's in Denmark, man.
Oh, is he?
Sweden. He's in Sweden.
Sweet, whatever.
Oh my god, that's even worse.
What are those cold ass European countries?
That's even worse that he's in Sweden.
Different for you guys.
No, I'm glad I forgot to turn that off.
Yeah, he's wanting out. He's wanting to get out of there.
What's the time difference for you guys?
I'm on the west coast.
It's 10 p.m. right now.
I'm Mountain Time, so it's 11.
It's 10:04.
11 for me as well.
Wow. So
Am I
I'm
still
in-
screen sharing?
No.
No.
I'm not
I-
screen
I'm
sharing
just-
anymore.
It's like 12:04 for me. That's another reason I'm talking quiet.
Yeah, same.
I'm the only one home right now.
Uh,
I'm
There
not
are-
the only one home, but whatever.
Yeah.
it's a big house.
My grandparents really don't care that I do this stuff.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Silver linings.
Silver lining. Well, the election is going to be done soon. Bad news is that the election is going to be done soon, and we have to deal with one of them.
April Fool's
Yep.
is long over, and they're still passing
Oh.
on this joke.
Did you guys read that HuffPo article about the guy who was like, if you vote for Donald Trump, fuck you, or whatever? If you don't vote for...
I heard about it.
The guy seems to think that when we elect the president, they're sworn in that very day.
No.
Not at all
Probably not.
accurate.
It's embarrassing how shitty that article is.
I remember being 10 once.
Yeah.
If I'm not screen sharing, why is it showing you? It's showing the word "you" instead of my actual icon.
I'm only seeing your icon.
Yeah.
Well, normally I do too, but right now it's showing just the word "you."
Yeah. I don't know.
I have no
You have
idea.
yourself clicked.
Because that's your icon.
Oh, there we go.
No, speaking,
found it.
well, it's not necessarily Huffington Post. It was Candid, so anybody can speak their mind on there.
Oh God!
That app is a clusterfuck. Oh my god.
I don't know. It seemed to have a lot of promise, and then, once Harmful Opinions dug into it,
Yeah.
Well, Harmful Opinions had some really good questions to ask, and valid ones, I might add. And then I think what really fucked it up is when she got on the Bering stream, the CEO there, and she doxed Bering within 30 seconds.
Oh,
Hey,
it's
Patrick,
bad.
or would you rather be called Bearing? Oh, you dumbass.
That was
like-
That was awful.
That was like not even 20 seconds in.
Nope.
at that
No, but-
point, it's like now you fucking end it. Just you
I-
might as well end the stream, end the whole campaign. It's not going to
Well,
work.
from what Bearing
Goodbye.
said, Sugar Tiss has done that to him quite a few times in the past. Just nobody's caught on.
Really?
Like in streams, she's actually called him Patrick before.
Well, that's a little bit different because, I mean, if it's someone like a friend, even if Armored Skeptic, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But the fact that this is a CEO of a company wants to do this social media thing that wants to, promote this whole anonymity on the internet thing, you go out, you fucking dox one of your employees or your someone that's helping you. I mean, it looks bad. It's also ironic. It's the definition of irony.
But I mean, the entire stream just made Candid look bad.
Oh yeah, that too.
Just out of curiosity, who here actually uses Minds?
I do.
I do.
I have a Minds. I never use it.
I have one bone to pick with that fucking site.
What?
Well, when you boost say you upload a video and you boost so everybody sees it, you get 600 views or whatever. Unless people go outside Minds and view it on YouTube to give you the real views, it doesn't count. I actually had to put a note saying, please view this outside of Minds.
Oh, so it doesn't count for external views if they watch it through, so it doesn't embed right?
So perhaps the CEOs should make it so that the only time that views are counted is if they click the link.
Yeah.
Well, if they click the link, then click it so it goes outside of Minds and onto the YouTube channel.
And if there is no link, then yeah, just people seeing it.
Well, when I upload
Computing
it,
Forever's platform.
well, there is always a link that says click here to view on YouTube, and apparently people are missing that. So I actually put up a thing saying, please view this outside of Minds, because I could get 1,000 views inside Minds and like 2 on fucking YouTube.
No, see, I think they do count when you play them externally.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
The views that you're getting are not people clicking the video and watching it. They're people seeing the post. That's it.
No, I think you have to actually click in order for it to count as a view. But from what I've been told by other people, if they strictly watch the video on Minds itself, it won't count as views on YouTube. They actually have to go outside of YouTube, outside of Minds to view it before it'll count.
Huh.
What up, guys?
Hey, look who's finally here.
Yeah, he's been here.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes or so. I just didn't find an appropriate time to butt in. What's
You know,
going on, y'all?
your voice does not fit what I thought you were going to sound like.
Huh.
Really?
Then you
You've never
obviously
talked to
don't
him
watch my
before?
videos.
I've never actually seen your videos, and I've never talked to you before.
That's okay.
Wow,
You probably
huh?
wouldn't want to watch my videos. I'm an absolute prick. So
I thought you were going to have a lower voice.
But
Oh,
alt-right
more what
cheese,
now?
dude.
But yeah, we still need to do that music stream.
You're just in time to say good night to me. Remove. Good night, boys. And
Good night, Jason.
You on, cunt.
later, cunt.
They know.
Oh, Ichabod is in the chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Jesus
sent him the link.
Christ.
One last thing. Don't forget to subscribe to me. Huh? I just had.
already did.
Good boy.
It's
already
like,
did forget.
I'm sub to everyone here who's made a video.
I already did forget.
Yes, so am I.
I'm not that good. I don't like follow people unless they follow me. Not because I don't care, but because I'm a fucking pothead and I barely remember to put my fucking pants on the right way anyway. So
I follow you guys, or else I'd forget who you were.
I am only subscribed to the Schmutz and the Hand.
Hell yeah.
Excuse me.
You don't have to subscribe to me. I don't have a YouTube channel set up yet.
I would say you best subscribe to Ron. He'll shoot you in the hand.
Titanium rods for all unsubscribed people.
The only reason I had that rod is because it went through my palm and out through a bone and shattered about an inch of the bone.
So is it going to be
Jesus
Armory
Christ.
versus Armory?
Yes. Is the true armor skip?
I
Yeah,
really only
so-
sub to Schmeckle because, well, I like to trigger his dad. I can
God.
just be in the room and trigger that fucker.
You want to know
Literally,
the,
that's all it took. It was
you want to
great.
know the worst part about having the titanium rod in my arm is
Metal detectors.
actually
Cold weather.
I don't. Well, weather, yeah, but I've never been through a metal detector, so I wouldn't know. But for some reason, say I'm walking down a hallway or something, and I take a turn and I accidentally just bump or brush up against the corner of a wall or something like that. Pain for like 10 minutes.
See, I don't have that problem. The rod's inside my leg, like inside the bone.
Well, I
So
couldn't
that's
afford proper
permanent?
therapy.
So do you have problems with magnets?
No.
Yes, he's a juggalo.
Titanium is not magnetic.
Okay.
It also doesn't show up on metal detectors.
Well, that's good, I guess.
But my rod is literally right. It's just on the inside of my skin.
So is it
I always
permanent?
suspected your rod was internal.
Well, yeah, it has to be permanent because it's bridging a 1-inch gap in my bone. So there'd be no need to. You can't remove it. It's stuck there for life.
See, mine could be removed, but they'd have to literally cut open my femur to get it out. So I was just like, no, thanks, leave it.
No.
I just have a scar going from about a foot across my arm,
Damn.
all the way to
That's
my
why I
wrist.
don't shoot myself.
There's a reason I don't snowmobile anymore.
And what's worse, it didn't even hurt. No pain whatsoever. In fact, I checked my computer to make sure it didn't get shot.
Well,
Getting
you
shot
got
was
it
probably
better
the
than
most
I
painful
did.
thing I ever went through.
Was,
My femur was it hurt so bad I couldn't see for a few minutes.
well, after the initial shot, I didn't feel a damn thing. Matter of fact, when I looked at my arm, I thought I had just skinned my palm. So for the next 20 minutes, it's like if I could stop this from bleeding, there's no need to call the cops. Then I turn my arm over and it's all an exit wound. It's like, okay, it's time to call the cops. And there was there was zero pain until after surgery.
I took 223s from an assault rifle to the knee.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my gosh, that sounds really
Somebody
bad.
hated you.
Nah, somebody hated my best friend worse. He took 5 of them to the face, ended up dead and looking like apple fritter.
Jesus. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my brother took one to the back.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's funny because like it's not really pain. It's just this intense burning that you can never describe. Like, I mean, sure, the shattered bone shards in my knee were pretty painful, but like there's just kind of this flesh fucking searing burning that just, man, I don't know how to fucking describe it.
From what I was told, my brother suffered very little or not at all. I'm not quite sure which one it is.
Never been shot before, so I can't really relate to that.
Yeah,
Well,
same. You know,
okay.
I'm reading the statistics.
Now that I'm actually in stream and don't have to actually type this, how many people here are aware of what happened on June 8th, 2014 in Las Vegas, Nevada?
I am.
I'm not.
Okay, let me refresh.
I'm sure that at least 3 people were doing cocaine and hookers.
Okay, let me refresh this. There's a story of 2 cops eating in a CC's Pizza getting ambushed. Ring a bell?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, after that happened, they went across the street to Walmart where my brother was returning a modem. And the psychopath walks in. Now, this guy is brandishing a firearm the whole time across and nobody gave a shit. Brandishing is illegal. He walked in, fired his weapon to scare the shit out of people, and my brother's a concealed carrier. So he went after the guy, but didn't just start running after him. He went after him, but kept his distance to try to stop him. What he wasn't aware of is that there was a second shooter, which was the guy's wife.
Oh my god.
So as she's catching up to this guy, the wife was pushing a shopping cart like she was just a regular shopper. Came across my brother. Now think about this: no remorse, no caring. It's as if she saw something on the shelves and didn't care, and just kept going. She just walked by, didn't stop moving, shot him in the back, kept going, and he hit the floor.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if I was that woman and I was committed to already having shot people and, you know, plundering a Walmart and I saw somebody trying to foil my plans, I don't think I would think twice about killing them either. But that's
Well,
just
I know, but some
given the
people-
personal situation.
It's
you know?
like she had no delayed reaction, no nothing. It's like, you're dead, go. We're gone. It's like her morals just didn't exist.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but some of us are kind of just cold that way anyway, you know?
Oh, fuck. Orange is here. You want to talk about cold? Remove that.
Yeah, for real. What's
But
up,
since we're
Orange?
talking about this, hi Orange. I was on campus today, and one of my friend's brothers is the head of this little group to have concealed weapons on campus.
Which
And
is a good idea.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys' opinions on that. What do you think about concealed weapons on campus, like for students?
People, the idiots out there saying it's a bad idea because they don't want a bunch of kids having guns. But the problem is the age limit still requires you to be, I believe, 21, so that won't matter.
I think it also doesn't it kind of depend on the state.
No, there's a federal concealed carry 21 minimum.
No, it's only some states are allowing it.
Yeah, only some states allow it, but federally,
federal law
you
says
have to be 21 to conceal carry, assuming the state permits it.
It's like a driver's license, right? Like you as a citizen, or like me for example, I grew up in Washington, where you can't have a driver's license before 16, right? Unless you live in a rural area and have a necessity for it. And I think the same thing applies to concealed weapon permits under the age of 21 on a state-to-state basis, because federally.
Well, I mean, if you're 15 and a half, they actually allow that.
But that's a learner's permit. But you get the concept, right?
Yeah.
Like you can get a license at 14 years old.
Well, where I'm
If
at,
you-
you can get a gun legally at the age of 18 and
A long
open carry.
rifle.
No, a handgun.
You cannot purchase a handgun under 21 years old.
Yes,
that is
you can.
federally a crime.
Nope. In Nevada, it's private sales. You can't
Okay,
do
but
that.
that still violates federal law. It's still technically a federal crime. You're just not violating state law. And look, I have nothing against it. Okay, I am one of the people that thinks that background checks are fucking stupid. Psychology checks are what need to happen. Like, but
Well, maybe
no, it's
both.
still, yeah, maybe both. But it's still a federal law that you cannot sell a handgun under 21.
Well, if you go to a dealer, you can't because they're required to run background checks on everybody 21 and up. But during a private sale, it's 100% legal.
Well, yeah, but that
Again,
falls under
you're
the.
skirting on it. It's not necessarily legal. It's still federally illegal. Your state chooses to turn the blind eye. It's a
So
great.
is that the
It's still
loophole
illegal.
that Hillary's
Yeah, it's like
talking about?
it's like the gun show loophole.
Which
the gun show, yeah,
Not
exactly.
loophole.
The gun show loophole is bullshit.
That's not a fucking
It's also
loophole. I don't care what
a
everybody
dick
says.
By the way,
But they're trying to push that universal background check here, and well, that's not going to do shit for anybody.
Well, the whole thing is for me is they're gonna have to basically haul off 23 or 24 guns and over 10,000 rounds of ammo from my fucking house. So I'm not worried about buying anything new.
Well,
They're just gonna
there's
I'm
zero
taking-
ways to enforce it.
Yep.
Where I am, they used to have registration, but then they got rid of it because it was a waste of money, and the whole point of it was to catch criminals. You know, the ones that didn't register their weapons.
Yep.
So
No,
on
and
the
then let's
topic-
be honest. Like, you can walk down. Like, I can even go 20 blocks from here, walk into the middle of Hood, pay $200 cash for a throwaway. Like, it doesn't take shit, man.
Oh yeah.
That's a gun that either has bodies on it already, something that's been stolen, or
am I coming through okay?
You're a bit roboty.
Okay, well, other than the robotiness,
Yeah,
can I
you're
be
there.
at least semi-understood?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part,
Okay,
yeah.
so let me explain this. Say I walk up to you and say, hey, you've got this firearm, I've got twice what you want for it, can I buy it off you in a private sale? What do you say?
If you got twice what I want for it, that's a red flag. Actually, most of the people around here, when people try to do that crap, the only thing they usually do is like, okay, that's fine. Let's do this transaction in front of the police department.
Well, here's the thing. I can go right now to a Cabela store and purchase a firearm. It's a hunting rifle, mind you, but I can do it. I'm also a paranoid type schizophrenic with sociopathic tendencies. I have no reason to own a gun. I am a danger to society. That's why there needs to be background checks.
But you'll still pass a background check because most of that shit probably won't be in your background.
yeah, what people don't
Which is
realize is that
also
there's actually
ridiculous.
zero mental
So it
health
needs to be
tracking.
Part of a psychological background check.
And the
as well.
last few mass shootings were people who passed background checks without any fucking problem.
Don't you think that means there should be maybe a psychological background check added?
Mm-hmm.
It's a gray
That's my
area.
point. The gray area. Schizophrenics can go buy guns at any point in
Hey,
time.
You know what?
Even
I
here in
don't see any
Canada.
problem with that. I don't
good
see any
idea.
problem with that. Just realize that if you walk onto my property and I perceive you as a threat, I'm gonna fucking put you 6 feet under.
Oh yeah.
That's the truth of it. That's that's why I don't live in the fucking city, because I don't want to be bothered by fucking people.
Well,
there's
the inner city is actually becoming safer. It's farther out you go that it's becoming more dangerous.
Well, I would totally disagree, but that's because I live very far out there when I live
Oh, it
out there.
hasn't reached that far yet.
Yeah,
wouldn't
look,
know because I
if
don't
you
live in a
if you
big
go
city.
from where you live about 2 hours on the one, and then dip into the forest about 8 miles, that's where my cabin is. Like,
Cool, you live in a cabin?
well, not currently. I'm in the city right now because I need to make money.
Is that
and
out
living
in
at the cabin?
Is that out near Rainier or?
No, that's out on the peninsula.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, like, look, I'm halfway to a survivalist freak. Like, My cabin is completely off grid. I don't require anything from anybody besides the wood that I can fucking chop on my own fucking land and the basically what I grow and what I hunt. Now, granted, I can't completely do that because I haven't been going at it for 4 or 5 years. But $200 in groceries a month plus the firewood that I cure from the summer before, and I'm good.
Wow.
Oh,
I know who's gonna be
maybe there we go.
surviving the zombie apocalypse.
Well, I know who I'm gonna visit when I go out to the mountains.
There we go. Am I coming in a little better now?
Yeah.
Much
Yes.
Yes, no
Okay,
more
so-
Republics.
Say here is like lucid, completely fine. To tell between when I'm lucid and when I'm so there's going to be a possibility for someone to self-affirm with an expiration that they should not be allowed to purchase a firearm. Mental disability, and is that a bad idea? Expires once a year, but it shows up when you try to purchase a firearm.
There is a YouTuber that was having suicidal tendencies, and then like the police were called by their fans and stuff like that, and they were going to end their life via a gun, but now they're not allowed to own guns or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it
And you're not supposed to own guns anymore.
Well, did you guys hear that story about the? I don't remember which reporter it was or where it was, but he wanted to show how easy it was to get a gun. So he went down to a gun store, attempted to get the gun, and his ass got denied because he.
Yes, I remember that. That was amazing.
So you just said no because I'm a reporter. No, because you like to beat women.
oh my gosh,
Jesus.
exposed.
Correct.
Yeah, that was like perfect. Wait, what I said, is that not at least a reasonable idea to entertain?
Yeah.
Affirmed a list that you have to self-affirm.
Honestly, I don't. Honestly, I think that even if we got rid of all the forced background checks, that a lot of places would still do background checks.
I'm exempt from background checks.
Look, I look at it this way: is there are people that I would sell to and won't sell to, and a background check ain't gonna tell me shit about it.
That's true.
The Orlando shooter, he tried to buy a gun from one gun store first. He passed the background check and all that stuff, but the gun shop owner did not feel right did not feel something was right. He felt something was very wrong, and he didn't sell him the gun.
Look,
and
I'm
he
the kind of
illegally
guy-
didn't sell him the gun.
I'm the kind of guy that think that 90% of this fucking country and 90% of the world is too fucking stupid to even fucking basically wipe their own ass. So I think 90% of this world shouldn't have a fucking gun. And I'm probably one of those 90%, but guess what? I got 23 or 24 of those sons of bitches. You can come pry them out of my dead fucking hand.
Wow.
I
I got
Oh, yeah.
4 of them, different calibers.
Oh yeah, when Hillary was talking about gun control after, I think it might have been Pulse, it might have been a different shooting. I was like, okay, bitch, you can come take my guns from me about a half ounce of lead at a time.
There were jokes about how they snuck the guns into that nightclub, and one guy was showing, look, I could put it down my pants, pull that very quickly, it's not a problem. And 90% of the comments were like, well, what if you actually have a penis?
Yeah. Got him.
Snack bar.
As a
All
side
who
note, I
snack
kind of
bar.
missed the ass end of the debate. I saw Hillary was kind of digging her own grave, wasn't she? Or
Dude, she
did she
honestly was
pull it out of her
the
ass later?
whole
She was avoiding a lot of different questions.
Yeah,
Look,
she
it was
did.
probably the better of the debates, because they were both halfway civil to each other, and the moderator kind of halfway stepped in, but she
Yeah,
dug
and
her whole grave the
moderator
entire
wasn't
time.
biased.
Yeah,
The
unfortunately.
moderators are always completely biased against fucking Trump.
Actually, honestly, I think he was kind of contemptuous and biased towards both of them. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely think, like most of the media, it definitely had an anti-Trump slant. I certainly don't think that he was really
Okay.
horribly biased. It was he was, especially at the beginning, reading off of the questions that were the most wanted to be asked, and those were equally as embarrassing for Hillary as they were for Trump.
Yeah, he wasn't just hammering Trump.
Yeah, I didn't see an obvious
Off
bias in this
question.
debate from the moderator, but go ahead.
Off question. Scale of 1 to 10, how do you think, likely do you think it would be that we're going to end up going to war with Russia if fucking Hillary gets elected?
I would refuse to go to war with Russia. I'm sorry. I will not
Did you
do
say
it.
what are the chances, or when it happens?
Scale from 1 to 10. If
What
I
are
had,
the chances?
All right.
Scale from 1 to 10.
all right, if I had,
I'd say
Nine
I'd
out
say
of
a
11.
9.
Uh,
I mean, there's a chance that she might not get the no-fly thing passed, but
I would give it an 8 out of 10 on likelihood for us to go to war with Russia if Hillary gets elected, just because she wants to do that no-fly zone shit, and basically Russia said, "You interfere anymore, and we're gonna fuck you up," kind of thing.
I give it a 2 out of 10.
That
Honestly,
no-fly list is bullshit.
ain't gonna happen.
it wasn't the list. It was making Syria
No-fly zones over
zone.
Syria.
Oh, okay.
See, the thing is I was in the Red Sea with Russians following us on
Was
our
your name
ship.
Andrew Marlowe? Were you parting those Red Seas, my friend?
No, different kind of Red Sea. The actual body of water.
You actually went there?
Yeah, I was in the Arabian Gulf in 2013 when the chemical attacks happened. I was in the Navy at that time.
Military.
He did Aleppo.
Yeah.
Did
So
you
when the
go
chemical strike happened, we were on our way home. We got turned around and sent up there, and there was a Russian ship following us about the time we got into the Arabian Gulf, also known as the Persian Sea. I mean, also not the Persian Sea, also known as the Red Sea. And we had a Russian ship following us around, waiting for us to make a move.
That's kind of annoying.
Annoying isn't the
Why?
word I would use.
They're defending their territorial waters. I'm sorry, but to them, you're a threat.
So, is anybody curious about what the bullet looked like that went through my arm?
The Red Sea was the Red Sea
caliber
is
was it?
territorial waters of Saudi Arabia and Egypt, not Russia.
The 40 caliber flat nose
Okay,
jacket.
true.
All right, how many people
Ours.
here have been shot before? Ashlyn, we know you have. Run, we know you have.
Does a
Orange.
paintball gun count?
Here, I'll show you.
To
what
be
the bullet-
fair,
this isn't the exact same
22,
bullet.
so I don't think it really counts.
This isn't
Well, I've
the
been shot
exact
by a
same bullet,
22.
but
I don't
still.
count that.
If needles count, that's it.
Yeah, I'll show it real quick.
I mean,
22
mine were
doesn't count.
technically
That's an over. That's an
223,
overzealous beat.
but that
Yeah,
was two
well,
of them
2-2
into the same knee, and it was
Well,
also
and a
much higher
223
and
is-
faster projectile. So
Yeah, a 223 is significantly faster and heavier projectile than a
Ow.
22.
Does it count that I was shot at?
Can you see that?
Mushroomed, right?
mm-hmm.
No, that's it. That's a flat. That's a flat-nosed full metal jacket, fully 40 caliber.
You guys
Yeah,
are
that's,
speaking like
that,
a
that hurt
different
like a son of a
language to
bitch.
me.
Smack.
It punches through shit.
Does the round have to actually
That's
hit
gonna
you
leave a
or-
hole.
Yeah.
I can only think of one more painful thing than that,
Yeah.
and that's being forced to have sex with Crusty Winters. There we go.
Fisty
Crusty
Splinters.
Winters. Crusty
I
Splinters.
still attest to this day getting stabbed was worse than getting shot. But again, 22, so.
Now, I
where
have
were you
been
shot,
stabbed.
And then where were you stabbed? What
Well-
area?
Well, my brother has the actual round that went through my arm.
Nice.
As
Damn.
well.
I've accidentally stabbed myself with one of my art supplies. Does that count?
Close
Well,
enough.
could you see muscle or bone?
No.
I could see both when I got stabbed.
Oh, god damn.
I was genitally mutilated as a child.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. With a show of eyes, who was generally mutilated as a child?
I
Every male in here, probably.
Not me.
I was
Has
not.
anybody still got the anteater? That's what I'm questioning. That's what I'm asking.
I think girls can get that.
I've still got my
They don't do it in the U.S. because there is no proven medical benefit to it.
They do it in the U.S.
Really?
It's
I didn't
very
think they did
common
it
in
for
the
them.
U.S.
I didn't think they did it as children in the U.S.
Oh no, dude, they do it.
I'm pretty sure I've been.
It's still very common here.
It's not legal.
Because there has never been a
freaky, like African witch doctory, let's kill the albinos for medicine kind of people. But
There's never been
Hey, to
a
be
scientific
fair-
study that showed it was beneficial in it at all.
no, there is nothing beneficial for it. It's just people that
I've
do it
only met,
illegally
like,
because it's a cultural thing.
two albinos in my life, and both of them like had weird on them. Deal is, man. Like they were pale
Sounds
most
safe.
everywhere else, but they like had weird puffy pink lesions all over them, just like
Well,
these
I know that
spots.
their skin
There's
is
some
very
kind of
sensitive.
fucked up leopard.
Well, their skin is very sensitive when it comes to the sun, and they have to use certain
Vampires.
chemicals and stuff. Yeah.
Fucking unmelanated pieces of shit.
Vampires. So it seems that we actually have people in here who have been through worse shit than me. This is a surprise.
Look, just don't bring up your cat story ever again, and we can
Please.
still be friends.
Oh wait, Remove Head got really triggered by that one, but he was only in the chat.
There is nothing that bothers me in this world besides cruelty to animals. Honestly,
Oh,
like
same.
honestly,
Hated
dude, like
my dad.
That shit's fucked up.
look,
We
I looked
already
at my
hate you,
best
Dad. We've
friend's.
never met him.
I watched my best friend get his fucking face literally turn to apple fritter, and that did not bother me nearly as badly as the thought of what your dad made you do to that cat.
It was literally apple fritter.
I mean, literally apple fritter, dude. It was like it came fresh out
Did
the
it at
oven.
least taste good?
Yeah, like, did you finish that shit off?
Well, we already went through cannibalism on the same one that we talked about his cat experience, so I'm not gonna make any comments about that.
That reminds me, let's take a moment. Anybody that watches this in the future, subscribe to Wrath of Controversy, because once he hits 10,000, we get to hear why he ate people.
Wait,
I
what?
think that's probably a very obvious sentiment, but let's maybe move on from that. Because from what I recall, it makes him a little uncomfortable.
I just want to get above 120.
And once Run hits 121, he'll tell us his story of cannibalizing other humans.
Well, that's gonna be a short story with the word "No, I didn't do that."
Oh, now he's
If
denying.
I ever get
He was denying it.
to
And when I go ahead,
Schmeckle,
My
if I
next
ever get
milestone will
to
be 500.
150 subs, I will tell you about the time I saw a baby die.
Oh wow.
Okay.
if I get to 10,000 subs, I will murder Schmeckle live on stream.
How do people get those?
If I get to 500, I'll lose my fucking mind.
Everybody sub to Remove Head from Mars now.
Don't sub me. I'm a horrible human being.
I like the Cuntstream.
But you brought the world alt-right cheese, dude. Alt-right cheese.
Well, and Opa Bearing style, so yeah, I guess.
Well, I do have to admit that because my videos about pro-gun, it's a hell of a lot harder
Well,
to get.
and don't forget, Jeff doesn't want to sound like corn.
That is true. The dignity I have not anymore.
Well, the poll I put out on Twitter, it seems to be tied between Q&A and live stream, or you're really optimistic about hitting 500.
Well, you should maybe do both in one and have an optimistic live stream Q&A.
Well, if the live stream and the Q&A stay at the same, then I probably will do that if I can remember, since that probably won't happen for a fucking couple of years.
I know them feels, man.
Dude, it took me a year and a half to get to 100, and that's only because I did shit for networking the first year.
Dude, I had nothing until Bearing, and then Bearing basically got me fan raped, and that's why I'm at where I'm at.
just saying.
I didn't have a Twitter till last year.
I didn't have a
I have
Twitter
never
until
had
like
Bearing
5
on
months
stream, but
ago.
I've wanted.
I
10
made my
years.
Twitter the last week
Y'all
of
suck.
August.
What?
I made my Twitter the last week of August of this year.
Oh, wait. Hold on, guys. We gotta take this moment since it's now the 20th. Happy birthday, Huffle.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday, Hufflecon.
It's not the 20th here, but thank you.
Yeah, I'm not saying
10:40
shit for
PM.
another hour and 22 minutes.
Well, happy early
20th
birthday
here,
for
but
me.
fuck it.
Happy East Coast birthday, bitch.
And here's my first drink for being 22 on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I feel
I
fucking
thought you were
old
older
now.
than that.
Right?
Wait, how old did you think I was?
25,
12?
26.
Really? Do I sound that
Somebody
old?
just say 12.
Yeah, I did. I'm an ass.
Really? 12, huh? Okay. Do I sound that young or something? Or
It's
that
the dreads.
Not as bad
Okay,
as me,
schmutz.
but
Schmutz,
You
do I
sound
that
older than
old?
me. All right, you sound
How
older
old
than
do
me,
I
Bella.
sound?
Do I sound that old to you, Schmeckle?
Well-
no, I just thought you'd be a little older.
Well, my latest firearm, not that anybody gives a shit about it, but here it is. Come on.
That's a shaky gun.
And a blurry gun. Oh, wait.
Well,
I can't see it.
1911?
It's a Bursa Thunder
that
Pro
shit.
9.
Oh, right. I got to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta do that. That's your job, man.
This is your channel. Moderate.
you have one
Moderate.
job,
For the fucking
Schmeckle.
debate.
One job. Whoa. What the heck?
It's actually
There we go.
ambidextrous. The safety and the mag release are on both sides.
All right, Run. Speed cleaning. Go.
And remember, when holding up local hoodlums, always hold your gun sideways.
Oh my god.
Because it comes in the box that way.
You
But yeah, it's
put the
actually
gun in
ambidextrous.
Nice.
The
Nice.
same,
other hand,
the
on
same
the
switches
base
are on
of the
both sides.
gun. Stabilize it.
So RNG, have you ever actually seen someone in a shooting range hold their gun sideways?
I've held
Thankfully-
their stupid.
Thankfully, Thankfully, no, I would have to smack them.
Please put them out of their misery.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
kind of a.
do that.
They need smacks. I've seen
Look,
people do that. with a
Everybody's done it
freaking
once,
bow.
okay? Everybody's gone, hey, dude,
Seriously
look how
wonder.
fucking stupid this is. Let's see how, like, horribly inaccurate I am by shooting sideways. Like,
And
Oh,
then
somebody had to
seriously
dispel
wonder
the myth.
when a bowstring just like shaves their arm. You know, it's because you're holding the bow sideways. You're not Legolas, asshole.
Do you guys remember that picture that was going around of the white kids and the black kids that all had guns? But they were saying that you're racist if you think that one's okay and one is not. But the black kids, they weren't holding their guns right. They were pointing it at each other, even like
Yeah.
holding it off to the sides, pointed at someone else.
Can we be quite blunt? Like, I'm not as scared of a black person with a gun than I am a white person with a gun. Because most white people know how to shoot better.
Run.
Yes.
The oh god, I don't remember the model, but the Taurus 45.
The only guns I own is a Glock 23, Glock 19, and the two Bursas, which is a Bursa Thunder 380 and the Bursa 9 Pro. So
I own
I'm
a
not
Taurus 4.
I'm not a gun expert. I'm an expert when it comes to my firearms.
Pew.
Well, to describe it, it looks just like yours, except it says Taurus and like the fuck, what's it called? The place where you put your fucking hand. The grip is like a cheesy side of a station wagon wood color.
That's an interesting choice of words.
That sounds like a
Well,
really.
it's the only way I can really describe it. But that was the last gun I owned. I don't
My
own
brother
guns
has-
Well,
anymore.
that last gun cost me just over $500.
Why is it so expensive?
Yes, I think I paid.
Because you can kill people with it, man. You don't want that shit to be cheap.
Well,
$6.50?
I mean,
Have you ever heard of a
I
High
want cheap,
Point?
go buy a High
things
Point.
are expensive.
Oh, fuck High Point.
Look, I love High
Oh.
Points. Okay,
But,
High
they're the
Point's
greatest
like
piece of
$20.
shit ever. Literally, you can buy a fucking AR for $200, and they will replace it or
But,
fix it for a lifetime of the gun. For
So
somebody who just wants to learn,
I cannot
it's not a
believe-
bad way to go.
All right. I cannot believe a conversation about firearms that's going on right now, and I am bored to tears.
okay, good. Just before
I'm
we
sorry.
move on,
Okay,
You've now
somebody
been
shoot
exiled.
Samaj to keep him interested.
just before we move on from firearms, what is the least likely pistol to jam?
J-frame.
J-frame.
Revolver.
Smith & Wesson J-frame revolver.
Okay, what's the usual
Actually,
cost of one of those?
Look, if you want
I
to
like-
revolver,
I've heard
go
a
buy
lot
what
of
I've got.
High
I've got a
Points jam all the
$1,400
time.
Taurus. It's a 44 mag.
Well, you can get a used J-frame for like you can get like a used one for probably like $300-400.
Oh, what up, Mag?
I need to know. Let's move on now.
Everybody say what up to Mag in the chat.
What up?
What's up, Mag?
Mag. Which one? Mag? Mag what?
Magnificent bastard.
Oh, him.
Oh, that bastard.
Magnificent bastard. You are a good person. Thank you for your donations.
Mag is trying
badass.
to make the gun conversation more interesting.
Make the Cuntstreams great again, Mag.
I don't understand guns.
Bullshit.
You pull the trigger and they fire.
Well, duh. Thank you.
When the bullet
for
hits,
that.
it hurts.
It's the Rudy Tooty point and shooty.
Want to die?
Oh,
Pull trigger.
Point the thing with
make
the
it die. Yeah.
Point the part with the hole.
Of course, it helps if you have aim.
Facing you, unless you're what you're trying to make die.
Well,
In which case, I would suggest a hospital or a psychiatrist.
Which is in fact suicide. You say which in fact is suicide is in fact frowned upon in most societies.
You know what else is suicide? Walking through my front door unannounced.
I've got security cameras, so I can catch people trying to do that.
So I guess
I've got a
Mossberg
Mossberg 12.
surprise party for your birthday.
I don't have friends. There's nobody to kill. Okay, that's why I make friends with people online. Because if I get really pissed off, I'll shoot the screen. Okay,
No,
nobody.
the people in the stream are my only friends.
Well, what if I hike up to your lodge?
Then you probably get shot.
Yeah, but then you gotta buy a new screen, man. Just load it into a
Seriously,
tree.
you shoot a random hiker with the hiking bag.
Yeah,
and
just
all
a
that
random hiker. Hunt humans for fun and profit.
You don't want to know my real answer to that question, do you?
Yes, I do.
No, I probably wouldn't do anything like that to them. I'd probably shoot a warning shot over their head at least. And if they were still stupid enough to keep
All
carrying
I
on
have to
towards me,
say-
then I would shoot them.
And most places where you do
All I have
warning
to say
shots,
is-
you get arrested.
I know,
You
but you gotta
Solanus.
realize
What
I'm
if I
in the
sh-
middle of nowhere. I could
what if I
shoot you, and nobody would hear. Nobody would know. Nobody would find you.
What if I
Alright.
shout out RHFA?
Then
Would you
do
know
it.
who it is?
Become a
What
mass
if you what?
YouTuber murderer.
If I shout out RHFA, would you know who I am?
I suppose so. It depends on if I'd had my morning cup of coffee and gave two shits or not.
True coffee.
Yeah, you'd probably see the guy with the fucking dreadlocks walking up and just start shooting.
I think you were that fucking
To
shithead,
be
fucking
fair.
hippie ass bastard that lives
hair
down the road that annoys the shit out of me. Always coming
Can
up
we
all-
momentarily dig into that? In somebody in the modern age with dreadlocks who is not breaking at least one law.
Yes.
Hufflepuff
wait.
doesn't even smoke pot. This
Wait,
kid-
Huffle doesn't smoke weed?
No.
I don't.
So
I
you
don't
would be
either.
a non-weed smoking, dreadlock-bearing person walking towards my house?
yeah.
Basically.
That would be
Bad
pretty
joke.
fucking sketch, dude.
Yeah, that is,
Bad.
With dreads. I mean,
Like,
I would be
seriously?
alarmed.
I wouldn't be allowed to have guns if I did that.
if I saw a guy with dreads walk out to my house and he didn't, and I couldn't smell the weed from 20 feet away, I'd probably shoot because I was like, dude's gonna kill me.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
I'd question it.
Oh,
Like,
with this dreadlock heaven, Parker.
You would probably know it's me because I'll be kind of looking around in all the grass and stuff, looking for plants and stuff to make.
Grubs and such.
you tried to take all them magic mushrooms out my woods, boy.
I'd look for some edible plants and plants that I
Get
can
your
use
own magic
for
mushrooms,
forage and
motherfucker.
such.
And grubs. Don't forget the grubs.
I like bushcraft.
Fucking bear
Don't forget the grubs.
Oh my god.
Damn it, I knew you were gonna use God voice.
I do that.
I knew you were gonna go God voice on us.
I love God voice.
I
Well,
told
if you're
you
not-
guys, God is real.
If you're not actually busy one of these days, RH, you could go to the ape caves with me.
The ape caves?
Do not chimp out.
I
Me and
promise I
some friends
won't
are
rot.
me and some friends are planning on going to the ape caves to go spelunking.
Didn't you hear?
I wanna go
RHFA doesn't have
smoking.
friends. Not a believer.
Well, I have acquaintances. But acquaintances
Can
don't
I-
know
can
where I
I
live.
fly
Never
out
have
to-
friends.
Can I fly out to Washington and join you for like the spelunking? I've
Oh,
always
you
wanted to go spelunking. It's
you
on my
should
bucket
come.
list.
But yeah, I'm definitely
God, yeah.
game. Where are the ape caves?
I think they're right outside of Puyallup. Here, let me check.
They marked
Oh, good old Pig
Columbus
Wally.
soon.
Yeah, not
Oh,
the
Pig Wally.
ape caves in Detroit.
Just don't be late. Do the
Oh.
dollop.
Oh, God.
Racism is a thing.
Oh, God, Detroit.
They're at the base of St. Helens.
Oh, yeah, I'd be game. I mean, I'm in Oregon right now, so I'd have to drive up that way anyway.
So who wants to see a
Anything
creepy
on fire.
concealed carry permit?
Okay, it's definitely not right outside. Right outside
Oh.
Puyallup.
That's actually funny. You can see the city I live in on your map.
So, what is the chances of anything being set on fire during this time period?
Which time period? Like between now and
The ape
then?
caves.
Well,
No, during
probably
the
set a bowl on
spelunking
fire
during
right
the ape
now.
caves.
Oh look, this is part of the
During the spelunking expedition.
Well,
you
if
gotta
random
specify.
policeman decides to kill a black kid in there,
I found people.
So anybody want to
I'm-
see a
I'm
really
just-
creepy CCW picture?
Sure.
oh what?
Concealed
It's my
carry.
permit. I
Yeah.
have to cover the important stuff, but it basically looks like a
Yeah.
mugshot.
But I don't know, if you want to go to a cave somewhere and there's a chance of something getting set on fire,
You see that?
minister, who knows, one of you might die.
Hey, you know, I've got the least chance of dying. I'm the white privileged
That
male
looks
without
like-
dreadlocks who
But
smokes
You
weed.
spent
I
a hard
really
few days.
love the ape caves.
Yeah, I'm game, man.
Wait.
I'm usually, but when I go to Seattle, I'm in
Dude.
Bellevue usually,
Dude.
but I can make a trip out.
Okay.
I pass for white, and I'm a minister, and I have all of the stuff to look like a minister.
Do you smoke pot?
I'm slightly less likely to be killed than you are.
Do you smoke pot?
Why would I smoke pot?
Orange,
Just
do you smoke pot?
schizophrenic.
Yes or no?
A legitimate question. Why would I smoke pot?
Okay, then the answer is no, right? Then
Yes,
you are
the
more
answer is
likely to
no,
be killed
but-
because I'm usually going to be found just hanging out at the bottom of the tree, ignored by everybody, high off my ass and napping, while y'all are running around making fools of yourselves and getting yourselves killed.
Someone
It
sounds
would
petty.
probably be right next to you, eating the munchies left over after you pass out from eating munchies.
Oh, fair
Because
enough.
you're high, I'm lazy.
Well, I'm
That's
high
that
and
kid
lazy.
wearing jeans.
Yeah, I'm high, therefore I'm lazy.
Also, a priest. Well, a minister, but I have the priest attire, not the
I'm
minister attire.
a certified and ordained minister of the Universal. What is it? The whatever
Church?
I got the
I
thing on the
also am
internet.
that.
Life
Yes.
Church. Yeah, that's me
Thank
too.
you. Okay, so yeah, we're on the
Life
same.
Church. Brother!
My God.
I own firearms, therefore I'm less likely to die than you.
I can hide behind you.
I will use
Then-
you as a
then
human
let's-
shield.
Okay. Now here's the final kicker. By somebody else. You got to put the last round in my head.
What?
Can we hang out sometime, Orange?
Wait, what
in
was the first
a
part of
situation
that?
Where you might get shot.
Somebody
Said if
suicidal.
I get shot first and I am covered in bullets and dying slowly, you've got to finish me off with a headshot.
Hey,
Well,
miss.
as long as I don't need to shoot anybody else, yeah, sure.
Okay. As long as you finish me off, fine.
Yeah. Well,
Wouldn't-
come on now. I
wouldn't
have
you-
respect
better
for
to
people.
Just call an ambulance.
No,
no,
because
no,
after that,
do
you wouldn't
not.
survive. No.
Oh, okay.
My whole
Even
guess
if
is that,
I would
that
survive,
Orange,
don't do it. Don't do it.
Orange probably has
Not a
a
bunch in the
swastika of "Do Not Resuscitates" tattooed on his forehead.
Okay, to be fair, under my left man boob, but yes, I do have a DNR tattooed there.
I figured
Wow.
as much.
Only tattoo I have ever gotten to.
I can't get that.
And you know the hospitals will totally ignore that anyway,
Yep.
because
They
legally
ignore
they can't.
that one. Then they get stuck with the paper one that the lawyer brings.
Well, that's much more official than a tattoo because, and I've actually talked to nurses and doctors about this. They say that they cannot ethically not revive somebody with a DNR tattoo simply because they don't know if the person has changed their mind ethically or not. And they cannot kill a
Well, I have
person.
the paperwork too.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if it's one of those, like, oh shit, he's got a DNR tattoo, like they have to, like, just like paramedics basically have to attempt to keep you alive.
Yeah.
God, I'm getting
Yeah. But then I start punching the paramedics.
Oh my god.
Hey, I have punched a doctor before for a completely different reason, though.
I punched a dentist.
I have like this horrible fear of needles.
Me too. That's why I punched my dentist.
Like tattoo needles. It's specifically the long shot given needles or the antibiotic given needles.
IVs
and one of the day, my doctor, Dr. Stuvey, down in he decided,
Somewhere.
hey, I'm gonna have a great idea. Dude, I don't fucking care. He put this big ass long needle, and I told him, now, before you do that, when you do that, I'm going to hit you. I mean, he sticks it in, and I snap at him.
That just makes it harder for them to find the blood vessels. I mean, coming
They
from me,
need
I
to not
spent half
find the
of my
blood
life-
vessel.
You know, it
took
took
me
sedate
until
me
I'm
completely
dying.
beforehand.
It took me
Lit-
till just now, but I just realized Bearing uses the bear from Total Drama Island.
Boy, where have you been?
I am stupid. So.
Don't feel bad. It's
I think I
fucking
graduated
2
high
weeks
school.
ago that I noticed it.
I didn't even
noticed-
know that.
I noticed
all.
whenever I first subscribed to him because irony, I was watching an episode of Total Drama Island before that.
What is Total Drama Island? Oh wait, no,
Oh,
I know
you
what.
should
That was a
watch it.
Cartoon Network thing, wasn't it?
It is a
Network.
Yeah,
See, I've
yeah.
never heard of that actually, but
I've
I've
heard
never
of
had
it.
Cartoon Network.
But I think it was on Cartoon Network after I graduated high school.
It's
So
like the animated version of Survivor.
Yeah, far more ridiculous, but it's pretty fun.
Oh, yeah.
So, as a brief note, I have taken my medication, so I might start slowly getting more and more like, you know.
That
I
just reminds me, I need to take
say-
my medication. I need to take my meds.
I take Ambien, so
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh hell no! Ambient evil.
I take shots of ketamine, marijuana, and that's about it. Maybe a little heroin, and
I should take Ambien. That was the
LSD
worst
and-
shit to be on.
I also drink the Kool-Aid.
oh no, that's it's worse than technically regular Ambien. It's the generic,
I've
which
taken,
is
I've taken both. I thought I was asleep, but then my wife would say, "You tried to cook this, and you tried to put shit in the fridge that should have been in the freezer. You do some real dumb shit when you think you're asleep."
What?
you do, and I am on 100 milligrams of it.
I accidentally locked myself outside and couldn't get back in.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, you're the most you're supposed to be able to take of this is 12.5, and that's an extended release. But
Which
I am
sucks.
taking
So what is it
milligrams
supposed to do?
of these things.
What is it supposed to do?
Hey, gentlemen, lady, I'm heading out. I gotta sleep at some point.
No, Wrath, you ain't pussing that on us yet.
He is.
Ambien makes you hallucinate dragons.
So the last time I heard that many no's and then my name, I thought I was going to prison that night.
Yeah, it was the last time you had sex, wasn't it?
Oh my god.
Immaterial.
That is not material to the matter at hand.
Objection.
I'm personally on temazepam. Seems to work.
What time is my class tomorrow morning?
I don't
That
even
should
have
be
class
something you
tomorrow
should know.
morning. I just
The
didn't
third
sleep like at all
and
last
fourth
night.
All right, Wrath, show yourself before you take off.
On the Wrath of Controversy, if you get me to 10,000 subscribers, I'll tell you why I ate a person. Fuck you, good night.
Have a good one. guys.
Okay.
Bye, Wrath.
Before Wrath goes, I will give Wrath the exit he deserves. If you like videos with 3 fingers and some pissin' rockin' rings, check out Wrath of Controversy only on YouTube.
Holy crap!
You should have
just
turned
made
on
my
the God
panties
voice
moist,
for,
man.
for that.
You're
last
gonna be
word.
you're gonna be recording my intro at some point in the future. Catch you later.
And if you really pity me,
Later.
you'll subscribe to me.
You should have turned on God voice when you said YouTube.
Oh my
You
god!
should have turned on God voice for the whole thing.
Orange, I'm gonna message you about some things I need recorded.
The monkey with the spunky.
Oh my god!
Sundays.
Smoking ape. We got Schmeckle, the drawing beast, Samanj, a dude with a gun called Run and Gun, a dude with a hat called Remove Head from Arse, telling you to get the shit out of your ears. The badger with the dreadlocks, the one, the only Huffle.
What's the rest of your name?
Huffle Ruff.
Ruffle all your chickens. And here we are with the Snoop.
Nope. Yes.
Snip Snoop.
No, don't you dare.
Motherfucker.
Snoop.
And the man with the
Snip, Snip is
plan.
not Lily.
The fruit who can loop with his citrus punch.
Oh my god. This is hilarious.
That's just making me load
An
another
echo
bowl.
feature.
Can you like narrate my life? That'd be great, actually.
He does sound like the type of person that would be fine with following a minor around all the time.
Nothing.
Not really.
That weird. God.
I had almost
I'm
stopped
just
to the-
saying, for as much time as I have left, I'm completely willing to do whatever work comes my way. So if you have something you need voiced, let me know.
Yeah, I've got a couple things. I'll send you them.
Send
I
me
still
scripts,
need to redo
what
an
kind of
outro.
tone and what kind of pitch.
How many of you guys have Patreon accounts?
I should make one.
I have one. I
don't.
will actually be starting to advertise it with my next video.
Well, my next outro.
That is
gonna have
correct,
it.
Mag. Snip
I-
Snoop. It's
I've had my
Maloons.
No.
Patreon since
Oh.
roughly about 80 subscribers, but I never advertised it because, well, I only had 80 subscribers. But I've been told by plenty of people, just advertise the fucking thing.
Okay, who's walking tuberculosis in this group right now?
I'm walking cancer.
And it's me.
I'm
I don't know, maybe Hillary hacked the channel.
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
Orange
Cancer.
has lung cancer, and he said he wants us to do a charity thing for him.
I swear to
Who?
God, I will fucking kill you, Schmeckle. No. No. I will find you, castrate you, and make you eat your own balls.
Dude, you have to convince Jeff Holiday to do it.
No.
To eat his
I'm
balls.
sure we could get Jeff in on this.
No. No.
Do you guys
No.
really want to end up like Milo?
You can hear me? No. Milo
Only say God
will be
voice,
less
okay?
of what I leave remaining. What you
You
will
gotta
be
say no
is less
and-
than Milo.
Nobody wants to end up as Milo.
Oh, God.
Thou shalt not do charity bullshit for the orange.
Respected.
Yes, God.
Exactly. You want to give money, give it to Little Miss Anonymous.
That is a much better idea. She's much more deserving than this cunt.
But she also doesn't want any extra money.
Yes, she also did tell us not to shill her charity anymore, so if you want to give your money away, I'm always open to taking it.
I'm always open too. I'm a black oppressed woman.
I've
And remember
already
to spay
started-
and neuter your pets.
I should have told the last guy I'm doing a commission for, saying, "Oh yeah, just send the money to me instead of Lil Miss Anon." Fuck.
Another question. How many people in here had those Ask FM accounts?
I do.
I have an Ask FM.
I got one. I never use it, but I got one.
Must be fast.
I've got one advertised, but so far nobody's asked questions, so I feel left out.
I
I
answer
have a
more than
lot of
enough.
very offensive questions.
And now I'm gonna regret even saying that.
You really are.
Don't.
If anybody wants to ask me anything on Ask FM, please, for the love of God, please.
Oh,
I
Ask
don't-
whatever you want.
million questions for you, Orange.
Well, you know that fan funding option on YouTube?
It's not available in my country.
Okay, well,
Sure.
apparently months ago, somebody sent me $25, and I never knew until I just got bored and checked the account, and well, I got a whole $20 from it now.
Orange.
What?
Orange. What's your Ask FM? The Minister Orange? Or
God, I think
yeah,
broke
are you
him.
on Twitter right now, Smash?
I have Ask FM opened on yeah, sure. You can just tweet it at me or something. And Schmeckel, I've been hearing you puffing that thing.
He's not the only one.
Oh well, fuck you guys.
I knew there was someone else doing it.
It's not only you, my friend.
I put mine in the side chat.
Oh, and hey, just real quick, guys, there is a charity that might be worth mentioning, which is JT Viper's bicycle ride.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
if you guys know about that, but
I
since
don't shill
there's
that
no
shit.
cancerous bastards who want money, if we're gonna shill anything, maybe we could shill that.
I still like to give Schmeckel your money idea, but
Well,
JT
always give
thinks
Schmeckel your
we'll
money.
do.
You gotta give Schmeckel your money. Without
Or you
Schmeckel,
could support an oppressed black woman, you know. Give me your reparations.
You have
Bitch,
over
you
equal
got a
rights.
kid to raise.
You get more in federal funding than I do going to college.
God dang it, I need
Your
to get
enemies.
into art college, okay? Art college is
Don't go to art school.
expensive.
Don't. Do not
I'm
do
also-
it.
So
I'm becoming an
Smash.
animator.
Yeah, go to a community
Question.
college. Seriously, do
All right,
not
go-
do it at an art school.
On the
I'm
Twitter.
telling you.
So if you're following me,
I'm at a
it should
regular
pop
college
up.
right now.
It says, "Who are your enemies?" and I put Bundy. So there you go.
Okay.
Art school ruined social justice waifu. Okay,
Oh
like
my
$40,000
God,
ruined. No,
Yeah.
like money ruined too. Like, don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
you can get just as good of an education at a non-art school for your first 2 years at minimum.
Yeah,
Do
the
a
place that
transfer.
I want to go to is like
Okay.
$50,000 a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Question.
Hmm.
There was a dumb enough asshole to have gave Sarkeesian fucking money on her first campaign.
No, because I never had money.
I did, but she also gave me her ass on my dick.
I can't watch her. I
So-
can't
Oh my
watch her
God.
videos all the way through, let alone send her anything.
That's fair compensation.
Yeah, it was more of a trade. It
$700
wasn't a give.
Saw nothing from it.
Yeah, well, that's why I took
Probably
the ass.
got
and
more
not
Get to
makeup.
nothing.
see a nip slip.
From Anita? Yes, please.
Oh Christ, it's
It was a
1 morning.
younger age.
Yo guys, I've got to bounce because believe it or not, I actually have class tomorrow morning.
No
Lab.
problem.
I need to present
I have
It's
class tomorrow
anonymous.
morning also.
I have a
but
simple fix for that. Drop out.
I don't have to get off and
I'd rather
so
not. I
closer
like
to
my
12.
spot on the dean's list.
The freaking stream, Jesus.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the class.
No,
Actually,
drop
I
out of
was.
school.
Yeah, what is talking about
Drop
dropping
out of
out
school.
of class?
Okay. Well, bye guys.
Have a
Later
good
on.
one, cunt.
Remember, kids, school ruins your life.
Yeah.
Hail Satan.
Zeke.
She said that a little quiet, so I'll say it louder. Zigheil!
She needs to get to the back of the oven.
Or the back of the bus. She's got Pat back there. He'll protect her.
It's a drive-in oven.
Oven.
The drive-in oven.
I've had horrible thoughts about how streamlined killing Jews. And one of them was a design for like a perfectly normal looking bus. So they all get in the bus and it starts driving, and then the bus driver closes like a grate, and then the heats are actually heats from oven, and it slowly heats up and burns them all, and then they just shovel them into the mass grave afterwards.
That sounds pretty effective. Actually, you could make it even easier by just putting the rear of the bus on one of those like tilts, like a dump truck.
Yeah.
And then just have a flapping back at the end where you just unlatch it, and then you just tilt the dump up, tilt it up, and exactly done. Don't even have to fucking
cover
shovel.
it in plastic. And plastic don't have to add nothing new to the like the thing, just cover the base in plastic and just have them pull it over with the bodies, but the chairs will like just work.
Easy
Yeah.
peasy. I mean, really, all it comes down to is, you know, pickles aren't going to make themselves, and without another Holocaust, we're going to run out of, you know, basically powderized Jew to make pickles with. So,
no more Holocaust, no more pickles. That's
Nope.
your.
That would be a horrible day, my friend.
Oh, guys.
Yeah.
Did you know that there's an anti-fascist going after Carlton T?
The Antifa?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard about them.
So wait, hold on a second. So this anti-fascist thinks that Kraut is a fash?
Thinks that Kraut's a Nazi.
Yeah.
Oh, that motherfucker needs to meet me then, because I'm not a Nazi, but I make
be
Kraut and T
fair,
look nice.
Never met Kraut T aside from the time screaming at him in German across the. Because if you yell at him in German, he will fucking answer you. But in no other interaction have I ever been able to speak with him in English or a language I understand.
Well, you spoke to him in German, but
I
you don't
literally
understand it.
Ich bin ein Scheiße.
You are a shit.
Ein Scheiße. I have no idea what that means.
It means literally that it's quote, I am a shit.
Okay.
Unquote.
See, I don't know that. I now know what I've been yelling at Kraut and T all this time.
Don't you feel smart?
I
got bored and turned on my camera, and not a fucking person
do you know
noticed.
Do you know what he's responding? At least say it in German.
No, he just starts responding like very politely in English.
What's he saying?
I'm sorry you're so
Scream
confused
at
and-
him in
and
German
screaming at me
first.
that I'm a pile of shit.
It's this wonderful love-hate relationship I have with so many YouTubers.
He thinks you're retarded. Might be it.
I am
It's like, oh,
retarded.
it's that
Fucking
retard
end
that
yourself, my
screams-
dude.
King on that.
Oh, stop that. Stop it. I was just joking.
No, I'm not supposed to encourage him.
Never.
Hey, I think we're all working on it day by day. We're born to die anyway.
Well, to be fair, I have lung
Shush.
cancer and I still smoke, so
We know.
trying to die.
Okay, I gotta say something. Run and gun. I am trying my hardest to find you on Ask FM. Nothing comes up.
Hey, Smudge.
Yes.
Look in the group chat.
I put it in the group chat.
Yeah, no, I know that. It's just that I could sign in on my computer, or I'm using my tablet right now. So I'm trying to find you. I'm literally
Okay.
I am literally searching.
Ask.fm
Go fuck
/ uppercase R UN uppercase N uppercase G UNS 79.
Yes, I am doing that. It's right there right now. It's not coming up.
Well,
But
then you are a victim of rape culture, my friend.
I totally am. I totally am.
I think I killed the word.
I also put it on Twitter, which works just fine.
Yeah, no.
The link.
Anyway.
Are we hearing someone's final hours?
No, not yet. Apparently, it's going to take a few more months.
I've heard if you inhale bleach, it can cure lung cancer.
If you,
So
You have to
don't
nebulize.
inhale bleach.
then you got to be doing
Realize.
something wrong because it's working without a problem for me.
I mean, I'm just not gonna do that. Like, if it actually heals it, then I don't want to fuck with it.
When I click the link that I post, it works
Not
just
the
fine.
goal. Yeah, it's loading fine, man. Let's see.
I
Don't
mean,
worry.
there's
Don't
zero
worry about
questions or answers at the moment, so it won't matter.
Well, it won't. Doesn't matter. I'm signing in on my computer anyways, because this is bullshit. And follow. There we go. I don't know why it's not coming up on my. It's not even coming up on my cell phone.
There you go.
I got 2 follows.
And a question.
That I actually don't see.
What, the questions?
Yeah.
Oh.
Question.
Like
You
I said,
guys can also find me on there and
Oh wait,
ask me stuff.
hold on. I think I know why.
What was your name again? Huffle what?
You know.
Just side link it, man. Just side
I'm
link
guessing
it.
I have.
to try
I'm
and
guessing
spell
I
it
have
out
2
from memory.
questions. I'm guessing you guys both sent in a question.
I just sent in a
you a
follow.
question.
I haven't done the question yet.
I gave you a question.
I sent you one too.
And now we're all typing out questions.
So, new question. This
Yes.
one's just for the 2 sociopaths here, mainly. You get to kill one.
There's only 2?
Lacey or Anita.
Oh, wait, there's more than 2 sociopaths here.
Okay, so how detailed do you want to get into this? Just which one, or do you want to know method?
Give as much detail as you can without getting us arrested.
Anita evisceration. Conscious evisceration.
Fair enough, yeah. And then remove head. You were the other sociopath I was talking about.
Oh, well, what is the question? Who would I kill?
Lacey or Anita, and how?
I think
Well,
I'll
how about-
answer these
how about
questions when
this?
I'm not half asleep.
I'm happy to answer that, except I'm not. Instead, why don't I read that their Jeff Holiday fan fiction, where he gets raped by Christy Winters, because that to me would be the most obviously fun thing of all.
Yes, you've mentioned that a couple times. I'm very interested in hearing that.
Okay, well then give me a few minutes, and that will be in lieu of my
Answer
answer.
first.
I would fuck Lacey to death with a chainsaw.
Okay.
Fair
Now
enough.
you may go.
Okay, yeah, I need a cigarette. I'll be back in a second.
So that's the perplexing one.
Is it really?
Yeah, I mean, like, you want it to last as long as possible. Chainsaw is going to end that just from blood loss. I mean, you're taking chunks off with a chainsaw.
Well, I mean, you don't have to stop when they're dead.
There's no more reason
fun's
after
gone
they're
after
dead.
that.
There's no. Yeah, the fun's gone when they're finally dead.
Then it's just like working at a fucking butcher shop. You're just cutting meat.
Playing with your food.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting Orange eats people.
Oh, good lord.
One time, fuck you.
So, was this in the same time that Wrath did, or
No.
got a cookout
We
together?
don't know anything about Wrath's story. That's why we have to get him to 10,000 subscribers.
There you go. Now Hufflepuff has a question now too.
I just gotta say, I'm looking up at my Twitter feed right now. I have to say, fuck you, Armored Skeptic, just because I see cuddling up with a hedgehog and Orange Southerns over there and chewing on the head, and I'm like, fuck, hot chicks and everything. Anyway.
So what you're saying is you now hate Armored Skeptic because he's surrounded by beautiful women?
It's just a little bit of jealousy, maybe, probably.
Just a little bit.
Just
Them
a
all
little bit.
sneak
yeah.
into their Canadian home at night and end their lives.
Were you jealous as soon as she got you on head?
Okay, people,
Probably.
my sleeping medication is actually kicking in, so I'm gonna head off for the night.
Later.
Have a good one, cunt.
Catch you later. Till the next stream.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, what do you
You know, this entire stream started out as talking about the debate.
Well, that was
Yeah,
the
maybe
goal.
we
Then
should
we
get
just,
back to that.
yeah. Well, we had a bunch of new people come up there, and then, yeah. Of course, some of you guys kept coming, and you haven't even seen the debate.
Hey,
Yep.
I saw the first half.
Okay.
I didn't see the second half.
There you go. Well, there wasn't much to say in the second half.
Yeah,
It's
the
just-
second half degenerated.
Well,
Yeah.
do you guys
Dissolved into
care to hear a
stupid shit.
degenerate story?
What was that?
Do you care to hear a degenerate story
Might as
about
well.
Jeff
Sure.
getting raped by Christy Winters?
Oh, yes, he's got the story ready. Yes.
Oh,
I
it's
do
ready.
like
Okay.
Jeff awoke with a sharp pain at his wrist. It wasn't a completely unusual pain. There was something strikingly familiar about it. A drop of sweat rolled from his brow as he struggled to adjust to the bright light, intermixed in rays, burning his fragile retinas. What the fuck? Jeff attempted to murmur, but the only sound that came out was a small squeak, similar to the sound a mouse makes as the trap snaps quickly across its neck, ever so quickly ending its life. As his eyes adjusted to the light,
God damn it.
shape started to come into focus. A vague golden color, some kind of ramshackle wall. It appeared to be constructed by the most inept carpenter, allowing long, gleaming rays of light to illuminate his surroundings. Where the fuck am I? He questioned himself over and over, attempting to place together the blurry pictures that flashed through his mind. Shut the fuck up, he yelled in his own head. The voices, confusion, and familiar imagery assaulted his every sense. And that stench. Jeff was not unused to foul smells. His time in the neo-hippie movement exposed him to many different foul smells. Patchouli, animal excrement, and even the aroma of someone simmering away in their own load all day on a hot Arkansas afternoon. But this smell was different. It was the smell of death. The smell of destruction, loathing, and hatred. Imagine the smells of the trenches of World War I. It pales in comparison. No, this was a smell that Jeff had only smelt once before. Jeff's sensitive eyes were now almost fully adjusted to the light. The stench grew in magnitude. He could almost put his finger on it. And immediately Jeff's instincts kicked in. Although dulled slightly by the use of many psychoactive compounds, Jeff was surprisingly agile for a washed-out Jonathan Davis impersonator. The pieces clicked together. He was at the barn, the old one, off 101, just in the hills. Previously belonging to a couple of old farmers in the 60s, it fell into disrepair after they passed away. It had become a late-night party hangout for the local stoners and freaks. Ramshackle and destitute. A fitting scene for the horrors Jeff would have to survive. "I'm so glad you're awake, Jeff," frothed the gravelly voice from the corner. That voice. That smell. Jeff screamed at the top of his lungs in terror, realizing the peril that befell him. Christy Winters. He vomited all across the straw-strewn floor. "Finally, we can have a nice little chat about male privilege. You know about male privilege, right, Jeff?" Jeff vomited again and managed to choke back the bile long enough to shout, "Male privilege is a myth!" Christy narrowed her already fat Chinese-looking eyes. "Now, Jeff, I'm going to prove to you once and for all that male privilege exists. You get the male privilege of using me like a toy. A big, fat, sexy toy." Jeff vomited again as those words sunk in. "You sick cunt," he proclaimed. "Not even Andrew Marlowe would fuck you." Christy broke wind, blowing out some of the rotten wood in the barn, opening light out to the outside. "That's wrong, you naughty boy." Jeff vomited again and released his bowels as Christy removed her 16 by 16 tarp she called a moo-moo. All four of her hairy, cow-like teats dangled grotesquely like an old man's balls in front of Jeff. "Don't you like what you see, Jeff? No? That's too bad, because a woman can't rape a man. So prepare for sexual assault." The mutant drooled, gazing lustily at Jeff's genital area. The four tits of Christy was more than Jeff could take. He had to do something. He had to do it now. "You're right, Christy," he said, softening his eyes. "I've always desired you. All those times I was mean, all those times I called you an unshaven yak or a dumb cunt, it was only because I thought you would reject me." Christy looked shocked, and Jeff, after vomiting blood and releasing his bowels into his pants, continued, "Undo these cuffs and let me love you like a man loves a yak." Christy, still struck by this unusual profession of desire, unintentionally squirted breast milks in Jeff's face, causing him to again vomit blood. She spoke as softly as a 1,300-pound land whale can. "Take me, Jeff," as she released the cuffs and got down on what can only assume his hand and knee. "Fuck me like the animal I am." Jeff, dazed from retching a third of his weight, picked up a rusty old farm shovel, one that had been used to scoop the shit from the floor 50 years ago in that very barn. "I'm coming, my love," he cooed, as he swung back the shovel in the same fashion as one would swing a battering ram. "This might hurt a little," was the last thing Christy heard. Jeff had thrust the shovel into the cow cunt of Christy with such force it penetrated her brain and killed her almost instantly. The scream was non-existent. The only sound that could be heard was the amorphous blob of Christy Winters, the female rapist, bubbling and dissolving into the ground in front of Jeff. As Jeff quietly dusted himself off and walked towards the highway covered in blood and smelling of vomit, shit, and Christy Winters, he could be heard ever so quietly muttering, "Who's the guy got to blow to get a cigarette around this bitch?"
Okay, then.
The fuck, man? Sounded like the reading of Cujo.
So we were asked in the chat, how many of you guys have a boner right now?
I do not even close.
Now
you need to do much better, sir. I need to have a by the end of this. So you need to come up with another story.
Oh, I can't do that. That was all spur of the moment from when I made fun of Jeff.
You have given me the sad lack of a boner. This is your responsibility. Make it work again.
Stop having cancer.
Hard again.
Okay, stop having cancer and I'll make you hard again, Orange.
You son of a bitch.
Well, once we get this,
that is a cheap shot.
Hopefully his cancer will be cured.
Schmeckle. Actual fucking death. God. Actual fucking death.
So what if someone went there and cut out your cancer while you were sleeping, knocked you out and all that stuff?
That would take a lot of effort.
That would give you that boner you're looking for.
The balls to try.
Look behind you.
I can see behind me.
It's Fisty.
I have like a mirror on top of my computer.
You can't.
There's nothing there. I'm telling you.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely positive. I'm paranoid.
Look inside of that floorboard that you have broken, that you stash things inside of. I know the dildo is there.
That was my last apartment.
Oh shit! I'm a little behind on the times. I'm hanging out under this heavily fortified rock. So.
Yeah, see, that's what happens. That's what happens. You gotta keep up.
Someone said happy birthday, and I have no idea who it is.
What's the name?
It doesn't have a name.
Oh, the Ask FM question?
Yeah. That was you, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
How is that a question? How do you answer that?
Thank you, is how you answer that.
You fucking dick. Weren't you taught manners?
No. No?
You live in a fucking cabin. We didn't expect that you had manners.
Okay,
I don't expect that anybody has manners, to be fair. I think everybody is going to be a bastard until the day they prove they aren't.
I'm actually usually pretty mannerful, but, when I'm surrounded by cunts like you, I just can't keep it in. And
I don't know what it is. I think Schmeckle just brings the cunt right out of me.
It really does.
I'm kind of the gentleman of this side of YouTube.
Who?
Yeah.
Gentleman.
I'm kind of the Trump gentleman. Like, I'm nice. I say all kinds of nice things, but I certainly grab her by the pussy,
weirdly, if anybody's the nice one here, it's Samanj.
I don't know.
Well, he is Canadian.
So are
He is
you.
Canadian, and that automatically gives him like 50 more nice than anybody else.
What about Schmeckel? He's Canadian.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but he also has like 94 negative nice.
Yeah, but
'cause
it's
he is
also
king of the
Canadian by
cunts
proxy.
right now.
Yeah,
By
fuck
proxy.
King Kong. I'm King Cunt.
See, he's king cunt.
I'd like to see myself as a nice person.
Let me see if I can. He's awake. See if I can get some interesting fucks in here.
Yeah.
That hurts my feelings.
Have we been on?
Think we started
Over
at
3 hours.
Yeah, we're around 3.5 hours.
Maybe we should wrap it up then. 3 hours is kind of a long time. Who the fuck's actually going to listen to all this shit?
I'm surprised people watch them when they're fucking 2 hours. Like, once it's done. I don't watch a stream if it's not live.
I
don't know.
watch streams that aren't live anymore, and it's because they're semi-interesting when I don't have to deal with like turning my head slightly and seeing 50 people post 50 swastikas and penises and fucking bananas squirting for some reason, though that doesn't make sense because bananas don't have juice. You communisms.
No,
Are you
I'm
talking
on
about all
every-
the comments on Bearing streams?
Over 50 people watching. Watch every time the chat moves too fast to be useful.
It's true. It's very true.
Anyway, we should probably wrap this one up. So,
shall we do
chill your channels,
the
guys.
tradition?
I am
What's that?
Hufflepuff.
Schmeckle. Shall we do the tradition
Which tradition?
and story?
Oh, dear
Yes,
God.
we should probably wrap it up with.
Yeah, so
Give us the
Let them
darkest
chill,
one you've
and then
got
I'll
that we
story.
haven't heard.
let them chill and I'll story after that.
All right, Hufflecunt, you first.
I am Hufflepuff. That's about all I have. I really am not very creative right off the bat.
Okay, Orange.
I am the orange. I am the law. YouTube channel and some shit. Next guy.
That's you, sociopath number 2.
Alu snack bar.
I made a post about that.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Samaj, are you here with us?
I'm here now. Yes. What's up?
Chill your
We're shutting
bullshit.
down. Chill yourself.
Show myself.
Chill.
Shill. All right. Fine. Tank eggs. Go fuck yourself. Besides that, don't follow me. Go fuck yourself. Do not type in the words, the letters SEMAJZ in any search engine on
Or
any
Z.
social media. Or Z. Oh, fuck, Z. Yeah.
You got to
Don't
remember,
type-
most of the people that actually matter in this world don't say Zed.
Well, most of the people out there are retarded anyways.
Don't
So.
bring in any of this fucking Canadian shit in here. Let's move it along.
What the fuck you talking about?
Hey, goddamn, take your maple back ass back to your cabin.
Just
Maple.
leave the maple syrup here.
Maple, that's
Smelly.
racist. I'm just gonna sit here and drink my Timmies. Thank you very much.
And I am fucking Schmeckle, the internet's second favorite gorilla. Orange, tell your fucking story.
Take the oppression. Sorry.
That was brilliant.
Take it. Anyway,
Well, I think you killed the bass on my headphones.
so I was a teenager. My parents had what's called rabbit hutch. Now, I don't know if any of you know what a rabbit hutch is because I don't know your particular backstories, but what a rabbit hutch is like a little chicken wire thing with wooden frame and shit. So the dog kept coming over from the thing on the other side of the road. Dog comes over and it's tearing up the rabbits. Dad gets out there, shoots a couple rounds at it, it gets away. Whatever. Dad goes, and I don't know where the fuck he's going. He comes back. He's got a brand new rabbit hutch and a rabbit inside of it. He sets it down, tells me to wait outside. And I see the dog start coming, and I go in and get Dad. Dad goes in, and he shoots this thing right in the, like... And Dad says, well, it ain't dead. You got to do it. He hands me that K-bar way too much. So here I am, trying to get this thing to calm down. I eventually get it by the muzzle and kind of pin it down. I just start shanking it in the ribs with the damn K-bar, trying to squirm it. It stops squirming, and I let go of it, and it suddenly jerks up real fast. So Dad grabs it by the bottom of his jaw and by the top of his jaw, and he pulls, and he snaps his fucker's head clean apart.
Damn.
And then he tells me, well, you got to finish up. I don't know if you guys remember, but what finish it up means skin it. Mm-hmm. So I skin the dog. And Dad comes out with the baseball cap. He says, okay, give me 10 minutes and we'll be done. I'm like, okay. Inside, 10 minutes later, he has sewn the freaking head skin part of the dog onto the goddamn baseball cap. He puts it on me and says, go walk over to the neighbors, knock on their door, and said, I think we found your dog.
Oh, damn.
So not only did I do all that, the neighbor punched me in the damn face.
To be fair, I probably would have punched you in the damn face too, but...
Control your goddamn dog then.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't let my dog run out like that in the first place, but...
My dog ran off like that, she'd probably be scared of the rabbits.
Probably.
So you wouldn't have had any problem anyway.
No, that's true. I don't know. Actually, maybe Orange's dad might have just eaten the fucking thing, but...
The time we didn't eat the dog. Most of the time, Dad took like all the muscle and the organs out, and then he'd take the skeleton of the dog and he'd hang it from the tree as a warning to the other dogs. Stay the fuck away.
Did it work?
Because like other dogs would come up and like start biting at the skeletons, trying to drag the bones away. Oh, we made the best Halloweens though.
I will admit that's pretty damn good.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here. I'm
Screw. Become stronger or weaker? Will there be even more kindness on the next show?
You gotta do the monster truck thing.
Comes Sunday. Tune in to the Cuntstream.
And that about sums it up. Have a fucking good one, cunts.